this thing on? It looks to me like it is. Well, it looks to me like it might be. Still not used to Twitch. Bear with me. It looks like I'm live. I suppose one thing I can do is check my own stream. And I can check the game audio too, because I can't hear it through OBS. That sounds okay. I'll figure out later if I have to make any adjustments. I'm gonna start in just a moment. In fact, let me type that. Alright, be right back. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna play another Pokemon Grand Challenge. That is an official online competition. Playing out over the course of this weekend with the Mono Ghost team that I first used in the October Grand Challenge last year, about a year ago. This will be this team's 4th official competition in Best of 1 closed team sheet, and it has held up pretty well so far in the other 3. Even though all the Pokemon have the same type, well, they share a type, they all have other types as well. Even though they all share a type, the team actually holds up pretty well, I think. It's pretty solid. We'll see if that continues to last now, but regardless, we're still a little ways away from Halloween, but I still think there's nothing better to do on this cold October day than play with some ghosts. And seriously, by the way, it got way colder here as soon as the calendar flipped to October. It was like the weather flipped with it. I'm already thinking about turning the heat on in my apartment, which probably means a lot of other people already would have by now. Also, I bought a capture card, but you can probably tell that by now. First capture card content for the channel. Let's see how it goes. We're just going to jump right in. And if you don't know the team, I have featured it many times on this channel before, but also you're going to see how it works. Or many times on my YouTube channel, I should say. But also, you're going to see how it works here. It's pretty simple. Last Grand Challenge, I played 15 games, and I brought the same 4 Pokemon in the same order to every single game. You probably won't see Zoroark get actual gameplay unless we run into a Dondozo Tatsugiri team. And you probably won't see Typhlosion, honestly, at all. But the best chance it has to actually get into a game is like certain kinds of Sunroom teams. Otherwise, I hope you like Annihilate, Sableye, Sinistcha, and Basculegion, because that's pretty much what you signed up for by watching this. Let's get a battle. It's really weird that I can't hear the music, but I do use Petrarunt music when I use this team. And we get an opponent nice and quickly, because it's the Grand Challenge, that's how it goes. We're taking on Zach, okay. Kingambit, Rillaboom, Comfey, Blood Moon Ursaluna, Gogoat. That's unusual. Got a Gogoat in my very first game of this GC. And Florges. Okay, so this team is not as afraid of Kingambit as you might think, because Annihilate is the main carry. Shout out to my girlfriend for nicknaming the Pokemon. She nicknames all my in-person tournament Pokemon, and I have used this at an in-person tournament as well. Not a major, but like the equivalent of a local, basically. Right, so Kingambit is not actually that scary because Annihilape is the main carry on this team. Also, Rillaboom could actually be helpful to me because it's bulky, bulk up Annihilape. Rillaboom might be valuable for getting set up. I'm honestly more worried about Florges than anything else, but it's Tera Fire Annihilape, which is really good here as long as I'm careful about the Ursaluna. Anyway, I don't see any reason to deviate from my usual mode with this team, so no need to keep Zac waiting. Unless I don't want to bring Basculegion. I actually could bring Typhlosion instead of Basculegion to this one, despite everything I said. In fact, I actually kind of think I want to. Basculegion's not really that good into Rillaboom, Go-Goat. And then Typhlosion's also helpful into Florges and Comfey as a Fairy Resist. So there we go. I said Typhlosion would probably not come to a game, but it's actually coming to the very first one, which is already one more than it got last GC. Not bad. And its role is late game offense, I think, much the same way with Basculegion. Last GC I found more often than before I was bringing Basculegion in the middle game, knocking things out with Flip Turn, and then preserving late game threat after that, but obviously Typhlosion can't do that. They do lead Rillaboom and Florges, so I'm in a weird spot. I kind of would like to Terrasilize Annihilape, but I don't know that I need to do that turn 1. I have a ton of special bulk on Annihilape for a reason. I'm just going to bulk up and Light Screen. And we'll see. I am light screening because I'm a little bit afraid of the damage from the Florges. But we'll see what my opponent is cooking here. Protect Rillaboom, okay. Unusual. Good to know. Light screen goes next. It is just Moonblast into Annihilape. Does a fair bit of damage. Special attack drop is actually very lucky for me because I don't care about Annihilape's special attack and I get a Divine Rage from that. And I probably want to just knock out Florges after this if I can, right? +1 Rage Fist after taking... Sorry, +3 Rage Fist, excuse me, after taking 1 hit. It's a pretty strong attack. Another Moonblast will hurt. I really could think about the Tera Fire here, but I'm just going to Rage Fist. I'm worried about the Ursaluna in the back. I'm going to Reflect in case Rillaboom wants to attack here. I also thought about clicking Thunder Wave into Florges. I don't know that it's going to be faster than Annihilape anyway. I have no speed investment on Annihilape. Well, what speed investment is a Florges going to have? But yeah, it's just Rage Fist into Florges and Reflect. Keep it simple. He tends to do well keeping it simple. They actually switched Florges out, so just as well that they didn't make any crazier play. Go-Goat is here. It probably has that ability that makes it physically bulkier in grassy terrain, and then it also has a Grassy Seed to make it bulkier still. This is a serious physical wall Go-Goat set. That's really cool. What is that ability called? Is it Grass Pelt? +3, 1-stack Rage Fist. You see, it doesn't do that much. This Go-Goat is here to just eat up physical hits for days. It probably loses to my Typhlosion in the back, but I'm not in a rush to bring that in. That's a really cool set. I mean, I should be able to pretty freely keep bulking up here, right? They've shown me 3 of their Pokemon. I still just don't know whether they have the Ursaluna. Although in this team, maybe they have the Comfey in the back, because I feel like the Comfey's role then is to click the terrain-boosted Floral Healing to keep Go-Goat healthy. And Go-Goat is definitely a Pokemon that I don't know what I would ever do with if I tried to build around it, but this person found something kind of cool. I don't know that it's going to do well in the challenge, but I respect the innovative team building for sure. I'm still thinking about that Tera Fire. I'm still not going to do it. I'm going to bulk up. Let's just Foul Play, look for some damage on Rillaboom. I also have Sinistcha. Okay, back sure. I also have Sinistcha in the back still, so if I need to emergency heal Annihilape, that's kind of the main thing it's for. Right, I get the Hospitality, and then I can click Life Dew or Rage Powder. Let's Go-Goat going for its own bulk up. Wow, okay. That's pretty scary. But Annihilape's at +4 attack already. So I can go to +6 attack and start attacking while the Go-Goat is still boosting itself, right? Also, I can click Sableye Thunder Wave into Go-Goat, and maybe I get some full paras. Since this is a slower, grindier game, that's kind of a legitimate thing to play toward. I mean, it's always legitimate, but like, it has a good chance of paying off at some points the longer the game goes on, right? That's what I mean. So bulk up, And Thunder Wave into Go-Goat is what I'm going with here. I'm not thinking about the Terrifier anymore right now. Annihilate is pretty cozy. I still don't know whether they have Ursaluna in the back. And yeah, I'm not worried about speed control into Go-Goat, but just getting some full paras, you know, give me some as people say in other games, some Tempe over time. The Grassy Glide Sableye doesn't do too much to reflect. Oh, they have Grassy Glide and Go-Goat as well. Still no KO. But that's cool, they have double priority to take out Sableye. I can switch to Sinistcha next turn if I want. Usually I save Sinistcha until Annihilate needs the healing more, but if they don't have an obvious threat into Sinistcha right now, I might as well preserve Sableye, I think. Go-Goat also didn't go for a second bulk up there, so Annihilate is now +3 defense, +5 attack, and Go-Goat is only +1/+1. Nope, +1/+2 because of the Grassy Seed. And then any boost from its ability as well. I'll go for the bulk up here to get to +6 attack, and I think I will just pivot out to Sinistcha. Sinistcha, like I said, can eat up those Grassy Glides pretty comfortably. I might as well not throw Sableye away when I don't have to. Usually I switch Sinistcha in when Annihilate actually needs the healing, but this is okay. It takes like nothing from that Grassy Glide. Go-Goats is going to be about the same. Nope, full para immediately. Nice. Annihilate gets +6 attack. I think they're avoiding attacking the Annihilate because they've already given it... Well, but they have already given it 1 Rage Fist stack. They don't want to give it more, but this next Rage Fist into Go-Goat should hurt. Some. But I'm really just not that scared of this Rillaboom. And also, I can Strength Sap it to make it even less scary. It keeps protecting. Is it Terrain Extender Rillaboom? Has it been 5 turns yet? I think it has, right? I clicked Bulk Up, Rage Fist, Bulk Up, Bulk Up, Bulk Up, and now this Rage Fist. Another full pair on Go-Goat. That's pretty unfortunate for my opponent. You can see the Rage Fist damage adding up. This is definitely Terrain Extender Rillaboom. They're really all in on making this Go-Goat put in work. Well, I don't know their 4th Pokemon still. They might not be all in. Kingambit or... Kingambit is not scary in this position. Blood Moon or Ursaluna still kind of could be. I think I probably beat Blood Moon or Ursaluna at this point, but it's the one thing that could pull the game back for them. Go-Goat takes the Rage Fist. There's one tanky Goat. Strength Sap into Rillaboom. Don't care about the healing, but the attack drop is nice. Well, don't care about the healing right now. See, that's now going to be -1 Wood Hammer to Annihilate, but that does like nothing. Sableye is light play, so my screens haven't been wearing off either. They have Milk Drink on the Go-Goat. Oh, I forgot it gets that. That's so cool. Well, I can always Strength Sap Go-Goat, and in the meantime, it doesn't seem to be much of an offensive threat. So I actually think I'm going to switch my targets here. I can focus on KOing their other Pokemon, and Go-Goat is so cool on this team, but it's probably just not strong enough to win in the endgame. So I'm going to switch to Rage Fist into Rillaboom and Strength Sap into Go-Goat. And I also still have Typhlosion in the back, so if I get rid of all their other Pokemon, Typhlosion should just be able to wipe Go-Goat out, right? Rillaboom spamming Protect, though, is... slowing things down some. Going back for the bulk up again with Go-Goat, but I cancel out the attack boost at least. Go-Goat's just not that strong. I think they might want to switch Rillaboom out because the terrain... Oh, it ends here, actually. And if they do have Ursaluna in the back, they might want to try to get it in on a Rage Fist. So I'm going to switch to Drain Punch just for this turn. It's still +6. It should knock anything out, right? Now just keep up the Strength Sap into Go-Goat. There's not really any need to do anything else with the Sinistcha slot. I'm not in any rush to bring Typhlosion in, but if I remove the teammates, then Typhlosion should beat Go-Goat very easily. Although I guess my opponent still has their Terra. Just went for another Protect with Rillaboom. You get the Drain Punch, that's +6, that just knocks it out. Another Strength Sap into Go-Goat, and Go-Goat go for. Also, Grassy Terrain is now gone for the rest of the game, so the Go-Goat won't be quite as bulky anymore, except it's setting up with Bulk Up, so I guess... And I'm not taking away the defense boost, so it's actually going to be net bulkier than it was with the Terrain up. For Reflect wears off. That means Light Screen wore off last turn, and I just didn't notice. But that checks out timing wise. There's the Florges, so I still don't know whether they brought the Ursaluna. I'm gonna Rage Fist Florges and Rage Powder, unless it's Goggles Florges, which it honestly could be. This will redirect a Moonblast. I think Annihilate takes a Moonblast anyway, but no need to gamble, right? They could always get a crit or something. I should have this position pretty locked down as long as Florges doesn't, well, Terra Grass or have safety goggles. Here's the Rage Powder. It is Moonblast into Sinistcha. And then the Rage Fist comes out in Florges, +6, 1 stack, so 100 base power, I think. The Pokemon's gone. We'll finally find out what their last one is. It's still bulking up. I could go for the last 2 defense boosts on Annihilate if I ever want. But I think I should prioritize getting rid of their other Pokemon. But I think that's the order of operations here. I prioritize getting rid of their other Pokemon. It's Kingambit, so I actually was able to Terra Fire the whole time. But I don't think there's any need now. Oh, it's Supreme Overlord Kingambit. That's cool. I actually could I could Terra Fairy Sinistcha to take a hit from Kingambit, Rage Powder. I do think I like that, because if it's for some reason like Focus Sash Kingambit, then that could get dicey for Typhlosion in the back. I don't think I need my Terra for anything else this game. I think it's just optimal here to Drain Punch Kingambit. Maybe I could even Rage Fist. They could be Terra Ghost Kingambit. But I'm covering for that as well by Terra Fairy or Sinistcha. Rage Powder. Improve my chances with Sinistcha also survives this hit. And again, I just don't think I need my Terra for anything else at this point. Terra Fairy on this Sinistcha is actually mainly an anti-Dondozo tech. Dondozo endgames, as you can probably imagine, get really grindy with this team, and the Order Up immunity helps a lot. But it might be useful too if this Kingambit clicks a Dark type attack that isn't quite strong enough. The Terra the Go-Goat. The ground. Okay, so Terra Fire on the Annihilate. It did occur to me that they could have something like this as well. It's another reason not to Terra Fire the Annihilate. If they go for like Earthquake though. Okay, it's not Sash Kingambit, they don't Terra that, so it's fine. But, you know, I could afford to play that super cautiously there. It didn't cost me anything, so why wouldn't I? It's gonna be high horsepower into Sinistcha. That actually KOs. It's still good to get Typhlosion in, I think, because I can, you know, I'm still hitting it with a special attack. And they've been boosting this thing's defense a lot. They've been clicking Bulk Up, and they had the Grassy Seed. They've not been clicking anything to boost its special defense. It certainly doesn't have an Assault Vest either, because it's clicked Bulk Up and Milk Drink. There's Rage Fist and Eruption here. Single target Eruption. Typhlosion's faster than Go-Goat, of course. And there we go. Typhlosion putting in work in the very first game after I didn't bring it a single time in the last Grand Challenge. And yeah, the Go-Goat just wasn't strong enough in the end. That's always going to be an issue for that Pokemon, I think, once it gets heavily buffed in some future generation. But that was a really cool team. Go-Goat is one of my favorite Gen 6 Pokemon just design-wise, and it makes me a little bit sad that I can't think of anything to do with it in VGC. And this person thought of something, and I bet it works sometimes. So I like that team a lot. That was a great first game. Let's get another one. That was my first game of this Grand Challenge, by the way. I'm only starting now, even though first games have been available since last night, my time. Taking on Ben next. Ben has Hisuian Typhlosion, Whimsicott, Blood Moon Ursaluna. I believe that's Aqua Breed, Tauros, Meowscarada, and Dragonite. So there are a few things here, right? A lot of this team, again, puts a lot of pressure into non-Terra Annihilate, but then if I Terra Fire, I'm weak to the Ursaluna. And also the Tauros, but the Ursaluna is the bigger problem, probably. And then Whimsicott is threatening Encore into like a Bulk Up or something, which is fine in some positions, not fine in others. Typhlosion really forces out the Terra. Meowscarada kind of does to an extent because Flower Trick always crits. Dragonite can wipe out my stat changes with Haze, but that's not a huge deal because it doesn't wipe out Rage Fist stacks. But this team just has a lot of threats that are hard for... And it's hard for my team to cover all of them, but also I don't really have anything here except my usual mode, so We do bring the Basculegion this time, but otherwise, it's the same old stuff. And I just try to play through it. And I mean, I say this is a relatively threatening team. For what I'm using, it is, but, you know, we've won these before. Not like it's a nightmare auto-lose matchup. Meowscarada, Whimsicott, but this does make me want to Terra... knock off Meowscarada is actually... So knock off Meowscarada is a bit of a problem. The one good thing is... I still have Drain Punch to heal Annihilate. But yeah, knocking off the leftovers wouldn't be great. But also, they're threatening Moonblast, Flower Trick. I think I do just take the bait and Terrifier Annihilate this turn and hope that I can handle the Ursaluna. Bringing Basculegion in the back helps a lot with that. But I think this is my right play here, but I acknowledge it does make the Ursaluna scarier. And also, do I bulk up? I don't want to get locked into it, and also I think I want to pressure Meowscarada right away, so I'm actually just going to Reflect and... maybe I should Light Screen, but if they go for knockoff, Reflect will weaken it. I'm just going to Reflect and Drain Punch Meowscarada. All that thinking, and they could just U-turn as well. In fact, they could U-turn to Ursaluna. But whatever, hard to cover for everything with this team. Tailwind on the Whimsicott, and... Select, and then what? Knockoff into Annihilate. Not my favorite thing, but not the worst. I do really love the passive recovery on Annihilate. I do have other ways to heal it. Not just Drain Punch, but also Sinistra. And Sinistra is also better positioned if I can get rid of the Meowscarada. I'll go for a Rage Fist into Whimsicott here and a Foul Play into Meowscarada. I should probably Light Screen. Usually, I'm gonna stick with the Drain Punch. Usually I prioritize getting screens up with Sableye even if there's not an immediate threat, because that's usually the most important thing that Sableye can do. And you know, maybe Sableye gets knocked out here, and then I regret not having Light Screen up against Ursaluna later in the game. So unless I have a really good reason, I always want to prioritize the two screens first. That's what I'm going to do here, but I was thinking about Foul Play to Meowscarada there. The Encore Annihilate into Drain Punch, I kind of saw that coming. That was another good reason not to go for Rage Fist into Whimsicott. Get Light Screen. I did click Drain Punch into Meowscarada again. Will they let me have it? Nope, they U-turn. I'm not really shocked. But let's see what we get coming in. It would be nice if it's Ursaluna. This is unboosted Drain Punch. It's not going to do the greatest damage in the world, but it would be nice. It's Typhlosion. Okay, so Drain Punch does nothing. Annihilate is actually stuck in a not great position here. However, they can never Encore Sableye because it's a Dark type, and I can Thunder Wave Typhlosion, and that'll slow that Pokemon down a bit. But then what do I do with Annihilate? Do I just... There are situations where I switch Annihilate out with this team. This could be one of them. But there's nobody that I really want to switch in. Sinistra just kind of folds to Typhlosion, and I might need Sinistra later in the game. Basculegion is not terrible, but I don't think I want to hard switch it in when they might be clicking Shadow Ball and who knows what into that slot. I actually think I am just going to Drain Punch the Whimsicott, even though it's super awkward, and I'm going to go for Thunder Wave into Typhlosion. I might end up needing some full paras in this game. One hopes not. But that's my play here. I can Thunder Wave the Whimsicott next turn as well if Sableye survives this. We'll Moonblast Sableye, so that was a pretty big if. What does Typhlosion go for? Nothing, full para, nice. Paying off immediately. Drain Punch chips Whimsicott a little bit. It's non-zero damage. Any damage on Whimsicott is good, because of course that's the Encore threat. I'll Drain Punch again, and I'll Thunder Wave Whimsicott while I still have Sableye around. But I am willing to let Sableye go down. And actually, if I Thunder Wave both their Pokemon, then getting Basculegion in should be pretty good. I can flip turn Typhlosion maybe. That'll do reduced damage in Sun, but still damage. Get the Thunder Wave into Whimsicott here. Then set up the Sun. Annihilate will resist their fire attacks, and this is a very, very specially bulky Annihilate. So let's see. And I have Light Screen out. Yeah, Annihilate takes that fine, but it does knock out Sableye. I was okay with sacking Sableye here. This will give me Basculegion. Now the one tricky thing is, maybe I'm not sure that I want to click Flip Turn, because then I have to bring Sinistra in. Annihilate ended the Encore. Tailwind ended, so my opponent will have a choice to make now on whether they, what they prioritize next. What's the original base power of Last Respects? not get to see? I guess I get to see after I bring it in. I mean, I think I have to bring Basket Legion in here, right? I can't bring Sinistcha in. It's just a question of what move I click. Maybe flip turn is still best. I feel like there might be a world where I still lose to Ursaluna in the back. But if I flip turn, I can Aqua Jet Meowscarada, but I can't... It is Scarf Basket Legion, so I can't Aqua Jet Meowscarada and also Wave Crash Ursaluna. I'm gonna go for a Rage Fist. Ideally, they let me. And my gut is saying flip turn. Even though this probably kind of throws my Sinistcha away. They prioritize Tailwind, so I get to click Rage Fist now. Into Whimsicott too, so no more on flip right after that. Flip turn does some damage. It certainly does. I think preserving Basket Legion in the back is more important than preserving Sinistcha here. Oh, I just realized I'm playing without any delay. I meant to have delay, but this is a very small channel. I'm not that worried about it. Eruption is going to be like half power now. It doesn't knock out Sinistcha. So that's nice. Crit Annihilate. That was a crit. Wow. The way they're playing this, they might not have brought Ursaluna. I hope not. Much easier if they... Well, much more manageable if they haven't brought Ursaluna. That crit, there's no way that crit mattered, right? Annihilate has taken so many hits. They really gave us 2 ghost type attacks. Is Last Respect's a Gen 9 attack or Gen 8 one? Rage Fist, oh there's the Ursaluna. Huh. Rage Fist is certainly Gen 9. I just need Annihilate to take this hit. But they certainly gave us 2... I'll Rage Powder in case they go for a single target attack for some reason. Actually, Typhlosion being paralyzed might pay off for me here. Ursaluna goes first. That's Earth Power, thanks. They really gave us 2 ghost type attacks that are both super broken under the right circumstances. There's the Eruption. That'll knock out Sinistcha, but not too much to Annihilate, and I get a Drain Punch. It is an unboosted Drain Punch. That's the one thing, I never got any bulk ups this game. Does some damage to Ursaluna. And Typhlosion is just so non-threatening now. I think as long as Basket Legion beats Ursaluna, I'm fine, right? They do still have Tailwind up. I think I just click Wave Crash and Ursaluna, though. And Drain Punch. I don't think Ursaluna has a way to take out both of my Pokemon before it drops. Other than like a Hyper Voice crit, maybe. If this is Terra Normal, then all the better that I didn't click Aqua Jet. I know the speed interaction. It is Scarf Basket Legion. Okay, Ursaluna goes first. Earth Powers Annihilate. It doesn't quite KO. It's actually really awkward that I clicked Drain Punch, though. I mean, what kind of damage is Typhlosion doing now? I actually might lose to full para. Okay. I was gonna say I actually might lose to Meowscarada. That might still be possible. I never got any bulk ups on Annihilate. I think I might still lose to Meowscarada. They still Tailwind up. Now one more turn. I've used my Terra, so I can't Terra Grass the Basket Legion. Meowscarada can only target one Pokemon, though. If I just Rage Fist and Wave Crash, what happens? Flower Trick into Basket Legion. Typhlosion knocks out Annihilate. Okay. Well, good job by them. Making me uncomfy in the early game and preserving a Meowscarada in the back. GG. I think I would have been okay, actually, if I just let Whimsicott lock Annihilate into bulk up. I feel like I've won these kinds of games sometimes by playing it that way. And then I would have the boost in the late game. If I get a position like that again, that's probably a better approach to take. I mean, Flower Trick is not that threatening once Annihilate is turned into a fire type. The biggest threat is Ursaluna getting any clicking Earth Power when Annihilate can't really fight back. I don't know, that was a tough team to play against with this stuff. Okay. Opponents at exactly 1500. This might just be their first game of the challenge. They have their own Annihilate stuff, and they have the Mousehold with it. Dragonite, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Goldango, Mousehold, Annihilate, Rillaboom. I don't see anything that tells me to bring anything other than... And Basculete is not amazing in a Rillaboom, but it is just one of my best Pokemon, so I think we just bring the standard mode here. It was really that first opponent having multiple things that beat Basculegion and lost to Typhlosion. The Rillaboom, the Go-Goat, the Fairy types, all of those being there that made me think, alright, this is a Typhlosion game. Maybe I could get Typhlosion into more games than I do. This is the way that I figured out to use this team, and it works most of the time. But hey, also maybe the metagame is shifting, and the Ghosts have a harder time now. It's possible. They did fine in 2 previous Grand Challenges and an in-person cup, but this could be the one. This could be the end of the run. I hope not. This was an October Grand Challenge team, and it's an October Grand Challenge. Just a year later. Well, we'll have to see what happens. Ursaluna and Mousehold are leading for this team against Annihilate and Sableye. The nice thing about this is that Annihilate is not under any early pressure to Terra this time. Always very scary when they pressure the Fire Terra, and then they have Blood Moon Ursaluna, but they're not doing the latter right now. And both my Pokemon are conveniently immune to Population Bomb, so that's not an issue at the moment. I'm just going to Light Screen and Bulk Up. I don't know what kind of Mousehold set this is. It's actually probably more of a support one, but if they have the Technician Population Bomb, as long as I don't Terrasilize, that's not threatening anything on my team. That doesn't mean I'm going to avoid Terrasilizing at all costs, but it's nice right now when I'm not under any pressure to do that. Is there a November Grand Challenge? I think there is. I feel like I might retire this team after this one. Just run October to October with it, but honestly, I don't really want to build in Reg H for a Grand Challenge. I'm more interested in Reg J right now, and I don't have any major tournaments to play for. It'll be only for a Grand Challenge. Love that. Okay, Ursaluna did not do much damage here. Obviously Blood Moon could be a threat, but I think I'm good to just go for another Bulk Up while I set my Reflect, because I'm not under pressure to do anything else, so I want to prioritize screens. Does Mousehold get Encore? I think it might. And it would be able to click it into Sableye, because I'm a prankster, but this Reflect will come out first anyway. So maybe this is the game where we see how comfy I am with Annihilate being locked into Bulk Up. I hope not. It's not the end of the world if that happens. Because Annihilate is very tanky. I have Sinistcha to keep it healthy. It is very awkward though. It certainly can contribute to losing the game. They just go for Follow Me this turn, okay. I do think I start attacking next turn. I think +2 is pretty good. I don't want to let this bear just attack forever. What does it go for? Is it Blood Moon? Yeah. Sableye. Okay, interesting choice. I think I got my screens. I'll go ahead and bring Sinistcha in here. And since I don't really need a Life Dew right now, I actually can just click Matcha Gotcha. That avoids the Follow Me, of course, because it's a spread move. Has a chance to burn things. It's super effective into Blood Moon Ursaluna. I'll click Drain Punch into Mousehold. And that's fine here. Hey, maybe Drain Punch into Ursaluna would be better, but hurt to take away the redirection. Switch Ursaluna out. Okay, what's coming in? Dragonite. Could be Haze Dragonite, but... Well, what does Maushold do here? Does it protect? No, it taunts. Sinistcha. Okay, so this Sinistcha is only clicking Machagotcha for now. That's still not that bad. I have the chance to burn Dragonite. If I land into Maushold here, it'll KO. The Dragonite might want to Haze away Annihilape's boosts, which is not ideal, but I can live with it. We missed Machagotcha into Dragonite. Would have been nice to break Multiscale and get a burn, but KOing Maushold is, I think, even better. If Dragonite clicks Scale Shot into Annihilate, it gives me a bunch of Rage Fist stacks all at once, which is actually really funny into these teams. I'm down to Rage Fist the Dragonite and Machagotcha. I could Terra Fairy Sinistcha to cover for Scale Shot into that, but I'm not really that worried about it. It's a thought, though. Sinistcha probably takes at least one Scale Shot anyway, depending in part on their set and their loaded dice luck. They Terra something. It's Ursaluna with Terra type. Electric, okay. So it won't be hitting harder. That's good. It also won't be weak to the Brave Punch anymore, but I can now hit it with Rage Fist. It is Haze Dragonite. Machagotcha will do less to Ursaluna now, but whatever. Not much else that Sinistcha can do here. There's multi-scale. Well, I mean, I kind of figured. Hey, we missed the Ursaluna this time. What is the accuracy on Machagotcha? I feel like I miss it all the time. Burn? No burn. Blood Moon into Sinistcha. Doesn't do too much. Doesn't give me the berry either, though. Sinistcha's still taunted, so I can't click Life Dew. I could switch it out to Basculegion, but I don't really know why I would. Better, I think, to just get rid of this Dragonite if I can. 90 accuracy? There's no way. I guess because it hits both targets, that's 2 chances to miss every time, so it feels like more. We click Strength Sap into Dragonite. Dragonite could haze away the drops. Oh wait, I can't do any of that because Sinistcha's taunted. Never mind. Scale Shot into Sinistcha. First one gives me the berry. That's good. Are they gonna double Sinistcha here? Just, like, thinking they can break the Annihilate if they just get rid of its support? That would make sense, I suppose. It's gonna lower Dragonite's own defense, though. I did click another Rage Fist into it. So it doesn't KO. Annihilate moves next. Rage Fist into Dragonite. Big damage, not quite a KO. Machagotcha hits both targets this time. Knocks out Dragonite. Nice. I wouldn't complain about a burn in Ursaluna. Obviously, it doesn't weaken its attacks, but it does do damage. Pretty minor damage, but... I mean, Annihilate doesn't have any boosts anymore. It might help. And what does Ursaluna do? Put power into Sinistcha. They thought I'd Terra, I guess. Or switch? I don't know. Taunt's over on Sinistcha. I can click Life Dew now if they let me. They might just... Well, Sinistcha's faster than Ursaluna, so never mind what I was about to say, which was they might just wipe it out with Blood Moon. Rillaboom is kind of threatening because it does a lot of damage in grassy terrain, but given that the Ursaluna is very slow, I think I'm okay here to click Bulk Up and Life Dew. Is Life Dew even that valuable? Maybe I'm better off clicking Strength Sap into Rillaboom. No, because Rillaboom could do a lot of damage to Annihilate before the Life Dew comes out. That's probably the idea here. So I'm healing off damage on Sinistcha, and I'm looking to heal off damage on Sinistcha, and also hypothetical damage that Annihilate could take this turn while it's relatively exposed to the Rillaboom. The Woodhammer does big damage. Then Annihilate will move next. And then Sinistcha. Yeah. And then Ursaluna. Blood Moon into Annihilate. I didn't even do that much. Okay. I was kind of scared there. I really was. If fact, I think I'll Protect, Annihilate, and Life Dew this next turn. Be a little bit cautious. And then I can figure out which of these Pokemon I'd rather attack first. And it's probably Ursaluna. I don't know. Maybe it's Rillaboom. The Rillaboom hits very hard as long as its terrain is up. It beats Basculegion. And I can't Rage Powder it. So actually Rillaboom is probably the higher priority target, even though Blood Moon Ursaluna is pretty scary. With that signature move it has, doing so much damage into things. Although it didn't do a lot to Annihilate that last turn. This is probably a bulky Ursaluna. So maybe it doesn't hit as hard as I was, as I feared. The Woodhammer into Sinistra. Sinistra resists that pretty nicely. But we'll get another Life Dew. I guess they called the Protect. I was pretty free to attack with Annihilate there. Oh well. It should still be okay. Hyper Voice. Does it knock out Sinistra? Nope. Yeah, this has to be a really tanky Ursaluna, actually. All the more reason that Rillaboom is the higher priority target. And I think I'm down to just Rage Fist and Life Dew. I guess I also have the Terra Grass on Basculegion if I need it, but at this point I think Sinistra and Annihilate probably win the game. We'll see. Woodhammer into Annihilate. A lot of damage, but less than before because of the +1 defense. I don't know how many stacks are on this Rage Fist now, but I think it'll KO this Rillaboom. I don't think that crit mattered. And then I get a Life Dew before Ursaluna moves. Annihilate wins from here with the... Annihilate should... They also can't Blood Moon this next turn. I was thinking about clicking Rage Powder, but I'll just click Life Dew. And Annihilate should win with the Rage Fist anyway. And it might forfeit here, but regardless. Oh, my light screen just ended. Should still be fine though. They can't click Blood Moon this turn. Vacuum Wave. That's cool. Another Rage Fist crit that I'm not confident mattered, although into this maybe it did, but I don't think they had a way to win anyway. Because that Vacuum Wave is not doing enough damage, and then Annihilate gets another attack, outspeeding Ursaluna the next turn. I think I've played 3 games, so I'm going to play 2 more and then take a short break. I might try to play a full 15 this stream, but we'll see how I'm feeling. Okay, that result isn't reflected yet, but that was my 3rd game. I'm fighting Chris. Jumpluff, Dragonite, Sylveon, Kingambit, Blaziken, Annihilate. Okay. I don't think there's anything here that makes me change my game plan. Jumpluff could be a bit of an issue. If they put Annihilate to sleep with it. But, like, I don't have anything really to counter that, except Terra Grass, Basculegion, and that's not really something I want to throw out there early game. So, stick to what we know here. Jumpluff could be annoying. Not just with Sleep Powder, it also gets Encore. Jumpluff could be a problem, but we'll see. Oh, thanks for the follow, Average Ghost. Confess I'm not looking at chat much while I play, but feel free to say hi. His Jumpluff lead with Sylveon. That's really rough for me, actually. I probably have to Terra Fire immediately. Although this team doesn't punish that much, so. What I really don't want to see is Annihilate put to sleep. In fact, I think I'll Thunder Wave the Jump Bluff. I should Light Screen first. Thunder Wave into Jump Bluff is a fun thought, though. Ghost, were you here for the first game? I'm guessing probably not if you just followed now. The first team I faced in this, this is the fourth game for context. The team I faced in the first game was something else. That person really tried to make Go-Goat work, and I respect the heck out of it. Fairy on the Sylveon. This is looking to hit as hard as it can. Tailwind. Okay, no Sleep Powder yet. Small comfort there. Dazzling Gleam. This won't do much to Annihilate. Does a lot to Sableye. Doesn't quite KO though, so unless they have Quick Attack, which honestly I wouldn't put past them. This is a grand challenge, and that's Terra Fairy Sylveon. I'll go for a Rage Fist and Jump Bluff right now in the hope that they miss a Sleep Powder or don't go for it this turn. But unless they have Quick Attack on that Sylveon, I should be able to get my Reflect as well. Just Reflect. Cotton Spore. Oh, that is going to make that Rage Fist hit harder, though. Because guess what? Yeah. And this team, I mean, I don't really care about Annihilate speed stat most of the time. It was valuable last game that it was faster than the opponent's Ursaluna. But I don't really think a whole lot about its speed stat. Cotton Spore kind of just feels like a pretty close to an absolute win. There might be some way that they punish the speed drop, but based on what I know of my team and how it plays, I would much rather have the Defiant boost than keep the speed. It's Focus Sash Jump Bluff. I didn't even really take that very seriously. You don't see that too often. But if they're going for Cotton Spore and not Sleep Powder, I'm good with that. I do have to bring something else in to face this Sylveon now. I can think about the Scarf Basculegion. They do have Tailwind up. I think I'll bring Sinistra. Sinistra can just kind of tank stuff in this position, right? I can just click Life Dew. And then whatever Dazzling Gleam damage they do to Sinistra is probably not the end of the world. I still want to get rid of this Jump Bluff. I still don't know that it doesn't have Sleep Powder. Maybe I should even hedge for that by clicking Matcha Gotcha instead of Life Dew, but I don't know. Life Dew is better, unless they do one specific thing. Cotton Spore again. So that gets Annihilate plus 5 attack? Is that right? I clicked Bulk Up turn 1, yeah. Plus 5 attack. And I'm wasting it into a 1 HP Jump Bluff, but that Pokemon could have done way scarier things here than Cotton Spore, and now it won't be able to. I mean, based on how it played, I'm not sure it was ever able to, but now I'll know for sure. Who's next? This Sylveon is just sat here spamming Dazzling Gleam. And it did knock out Sableye, but it's not been very threatening otherwise. What do they have in the back that they're not positioning in instead of that? Dragonite. Okay, they could click Haze with this Dragonite. They've given Annihilate a few stacks on Rage Fist, though. And I think I feel pretty comfy to just... multi-scale, a little bit annoying, but I think I feel pretty comfy to just Rage Fist Dragonite and keep clicking Life Dew. Is it Haze? Earthquake. Okay. That does a bit of damage to Annihilate, but really not all that much through Reflect and +1 defense. They took their own Sylveon, which also probably doesn't matter much. They're just not doing enough damage. I get a huge +5. Who knows how many stack Rage Fist into this Dragonite now. I think Annihilate has taken like 4 Dazzling Gleams in that Earthquake. Yeah. What's our last Pokemon? Your Tailwind ends, but Annihilate's at minus... What is Cotton Spore? Is Cotton Spore -1 or is it -2? Supreme Overlord, King Gambit. Probably should have figured. That's 2 for 2 on King Gambit having that ability. Annihilate's at -4 speed. And I don't think I'm too bothered about that. I think I'm just going to Rage Powder and Drain Punch here. I could make exactly the same hedge that I did against the other Supreme Overlord King Gambit and Terra Fairy Sinistra here. Nope, I can't because I've already Terra'd. That's the key difference between this game and that game. Still the same play though, otherwise. Rage Powder, Drain Punch, King Gambit. They've already used their Terra as well, so last time I was worried King Gambit might Terra Ghost or something, but this time I don't even have to think about that. Sylveon is just spam Dazzling every single turn. Playing like it has a choice item, that doesn't necessarily mean that it does, but it hasn't accomplished much. What attack was that from King Gambit? I wasn't... I was talking about the Sylveon, I didn't pay close attention to what the King Gambit did, but that did less damage than you might want from your Supreme Overlord boosted creature. And now it's just Rage Fist and Sylveon for the game. Doesn't really matter. Battle was cancelled. Okay. One more and then a small break. It's gonna take me like an hour to play the first 5 games. I guess that's one thing about playing a 45 game, maximum 45 game. You don't have to play all of them. I only played 15 last time. But a maximum 45 game competition with this team. But one upside is, unlike some other slow, grindy teams, this one is not that mentally taxing because the way it plays is pretty formulaic. Okay, Logan here has Dragonite, Flamigo, Goldango, Archaludon, Hisuian, Arcanine, and Whimsicott. That's a pretty scary team. Whimsicott gave me a lot of trouble in the one loss so far. Haze Dragonite isn't great to run into. Goldango is a threat, but not into Terra Fire Annihilate. The biggest problem with Goldango is that it pressures out the Terra, and this opponent at least doesn't have an Ursaluna to punish that. They do have the Arcanine, but if I can keep my bulk up boosts, I'm okay at Arcanine, and also Arcanine gives me Defiant. Unless they're running Rockhead, which they could be. Rockhead, if they pressure out the Fire Terra with Goldango, and then it's Rockhead, Head Smash, Arcanine, that's pretty scary. Even then, Sinistra can redirect it, most likely. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. It is the same 4. Anybody's watching who didn't see the first game, I did bring Typhlosion to that one. I did bring the same 4 Pokemon to every game I played last challenge, but this time I actually brought Typhlosion to the first one. No Zoroark yet, though. Zoroark is mostly a Dondozo matchup piece and a preview bluff at this point. And I haven't been running into Dondozo. Whimsicott or Archaludon. Not a lead that I love to see here, to be honest. Because for Archaludon, it's not rain, right? I could have manual Rain Dance somewhere. I don't think Whimsicott gets Rain Dance. Maybe it does. So I'm not worried about Archaludon snowballing. It probably has a Power Herb for 1 boost. I'm just thinking, maybe I learned the lesson from that loss earlier, that Whimsicott locking Annihilate into bulk up is not the end of the world. And then I don't end up like the earlier game where I just didn't have any boosts late because I've been scared I'm clicking bulk up, so I wasn't doing enough damage. So even though there's an Encore threat, if this were a rain team, well it might be, but if I could tell that it's a rain team, I might be playing differently because I'd be worried about the Archaludon stacking up its own boosts, but I think if Annihilate is stuck clicking bulk up for a while here, it's not good, but it's survivable. Anyway, here's an Electro Shot. They do have a Power Herb. Probably only get the 1 single turn Electro Shot. Didn't do too much. Little light screen. I will try to click Rage Fist into Whimsicott next turn, but I am kind of anticipating a likely Encore. We'll live with that if that's what it is. Of course, Whimsicott gets so many crazy moves, they might not even have that one. It is possible. We'll go for the Rage Fist into Whimsicott. We'll go for a Reflect. Again, prioritizing the screens with Sableye almost always. I could click Thunderwave into Whimsicott. That might be beneficial later, but Reflect first. Okay, it is Encore. Alright, well, just have to get through this. It's tough. I don't really have any offense. I mean, I don't want to bring Basculegion into this. I don't really have any offense without Annihilate attacking things. I think I will let Sableye go down here if they want to remove it, and I'll go for Thunderwave into Whimsicott. A full para could be really clutch later. Annihilate can only use Bulk Up. I knew that. If Sinistra has to come in, we can see what Sableye here. Probably spam Life Dew? Moonblast and Annihilate is a problem. Actually, I think I hard switch to Sinistra this next turn. Also, I should probably be thinking about the Terrifier. Probably should have thought about it that last turn. Yeah, I don't know how well Annihilate... I mean, there is the, Hospitality, but even so, I don't know how well Annihilate takes another of those double ups. I'll Terrifier here, and I'll switch to Sinistra. Probably should have Terrifiered last turn. Better late than never. Again, maybe they have a way to punish this with the Arcanine. It's actually pretty easy if Annihilate is locked into Bulk Up. Although, I have a bunch of defense boosts now, so that's helpful in the Arcanine. It's still not as scary as a Blood Moon Luna, and I don't know what its ability is. If it's Intimidate, they might not. Well, if it's Intimidate, I can't attack it if Annihilate is locked into Bulk Up. That's the one thing. I think I Protect next turn. Because if Whimsicott is going to go for Encore again, I think I would rather be locked into Protect than Bulk Up at this point. It feels kind of weird, but... Also, I'm going to be annoyed. Tailwind Peter's out. Sometimes they prioritize Tailwind in this position. I'm going to go for the Protect. I'm going to be annoyed if Whimsicott gets a full para. I'm also... Am I going to click Matcha Gotcha? I mean, I'm not afraid of... Annihilate the Terastallize. Maybe I'm a little afraid of Body Press. I would like to break a Sash on Whimsicott if they have it, but I don't want to boost our Chaladon. I'll click Life Dew. Also, if Sinistra gets an Encore, I don't want to boost our Chaladon multiple times over. They did just go for the Encore again. I mean, I'm stable here for the most part, but I just don't have a way to progress. Yeah, really long one. And my team might just get ground down until it can't go anymore. That Explosion might have been cool here, although it gets outsped and badly damaged by our Chaladon. The Scarf Basculegion with Last Respects might be able to do something about the Whimsicott, but... Okay. No, I don't want to Protect. They might lock me into it, but I'll make them actually do that. I'm going to click Rage Fist into Whimsicott. Another Life Dew. The Encore! I mean, that was more likely than not. Assuming they went for it, right? A full para was unlikely is what I'm saying. Would have been nice. And with Annihilate having a guaranteed Protect on the next turn, maybe I do go for one Matcha Gotcha, live with the +1 Archaladon, and just make sure that I break a Sash if Whimsicott has it. So that maybe I can get a Rage Fist or a Last Respects KO in some position later. This is not the greatest of games for this team, I will acknowledge that. I'll go for one Matcha Gotcha. If I miss Archaladon and hit Whimsicott, that would actually be ideal. And I have... Oh. Uh-oh. Oh dear. think I'd probably lose to that. If I do get the Machagacha off. I've been saying that Machagacha does not feel like a 90% accurate attack. If I miss Archaludon and hit Whimsicott, that's the dream here. I hit both. That's okay. Missing Whimsicott was the one thing I really didn't want. Fake Tears Whimsicott that can prevent my Annihilate from attacking. They probably can just break through the team with that. Yeah, Whimsicott's a nuisance for sure. This is twice in 5 games that it's kind of giving me fits. Still can't click Rage Fist. Don't think I want to switch to Basculegion. Protect. Life Dew. If Sinistcha goes down, so be it. That's the best I can do right now, I think. I got the full pair now. Probably a turn earlier than I need, but the Dragon Pulse Annihilate, not Sinistcha, so I do get a Life Dew here. I had a free switch actually into... They might have tried to Moonblast the Sinistcha, I don't know, but I had a free switch into Basculegion, but I had no way to know that. It looked the previous turn like they wanted to get rid of Sinistcha. And the problem with playing for a full para, Light Screen's gone now too. The problem with playing toward a full para is you never know when it's going to arrive. Alright, another full para twice in a row. That's pretty greedy to ask for, although I didn't really ask for the previous one. But it could save the game right now. Obviously I'm playing this out because it is still winnable, but I don't think it's within my control. Get going for again. Well, again, more likely than not that they would. Dragon Pulse will knock out Sinistcha, I think. Yeah, it does. I do get Basculegion next. I can finally click Last Respects, potentially, into this Whimsicott. Light Screen is worn off. Oh, I still have Sableye, I forgot. Maybe I should have brought Sableye in first. I still had it. Alright, do I get this Last Respects into Whimsicott? The Sableye could have set up another Light Screen. Oh well. What am I afraid of here? Tailwind, Dragon Pulse, KO's Basculegion? Last Respect's not doing enough damage because I forgot how many Pokemon I have in the back. There's nothing to worry about. Doesn't quite KO, but I don't think there's any but. I think they knock out Sableye before I get a Foul Play into Whimsicott, but that's my only out. Quick Foul Play into Whimsicott. It's not much of an out. Yeah, I needed to sack... So that actually worked if I sacked Sableye before getting Basculegion in, and I just played sloppily, forgetting that I still had Sableye in the back. That's unfortunate. Good thing I'm taking a break after this game. This one could be a little tilting. That Last Respects just missed the KO, so if Sableye had actually also fainted, then it wouldn't have missed the KO. Is there any reason they attack Annihilate here instead of Sableye? Maybe. Sometimes opponents are unpredictable. Fake Tears. Into Annihilate. Did they attack Annihilate? They might not know that Sableye has an attack. Almost. Okay, I can still win on a full para. It's still possible, but that misplay with the Sableye was really bad. My opponent definitely deserves to take this one. Let's just see if they actually do. Full para? Nope. That's a fourth Encore for Annihilate in this game. Honestly, is running out of TP and struggling into Sableye and out, or into Whimsicott and out. Maybe if the timing is just right. Your Chaldon is now stacking up those Electroshock boosts. It doesn't even need Rain to do it. There's twice in 5 games that these Whimsicott teams have kind of cooked me, but again, I did have an out here in this one, and I just played it wrong. I don't feel too bad about, you know, my ability to, well, my team's ability to beat Whimsicott. Plus, I've used this team before, and I mean, won some of these and lost some. Got 2 full pairs in a row, but not at a useful time. Or Sphere on the Child is unusual. Oh, I was worried about setting them up with stamina. They don't even have stamina, do they? Oh, they do. No, they don't. Those are special attack boosts. They don't have stamina. They probably have sturdy. One more full para, please. What is this? Ghost. Okay, I didn't target that. I'm never targeting that as long as you still have that Whimsicott. Fake yours. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, this is another way I can lose to these guys. That Archelodon's a +2 special attack and a -2 special defense. This here is gonna do a lot of damage. I do finally knock out the Whimsicott, but I lose to Archelodon after that. That's okay. I was playing to a really unlikely out after I messed up with the Sableye. So, most of the time that's not going to work out. I have Dragonite. They click haze. They would never click haze here, right? They don't have Tailwind, but their Archelodon's just faster than Annihilate. I'm gonna protect this one time. What if they click haze? I don't know why they would. Aura Sphere and Scale Shot. Alright, GG. GG. Let them get the KO. And that's 5 games. I'm just gonna take a small break. Walk across the room, drink some water, I don't know. He tilts a little bit before the next few games here, but stream does continue. Hello Hazel in chat. I don't know when you sent. You might have sent those messages while I was playing. I don't have a lot of capacity to look at the chat while I'm playing, but thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna make this a fast break. I think I do want to play some more Pokemon right now. So, Average Ghost, do you know how to win? I am losing a lot of. Please help. I haven't actually seen. I don't think I've seen what your team is this time. And I don't know if you watched all of that last game. I did kind of misplay pretty badly there. So I mean, I've won a few, but do I know how to win? Right now, it's hard to say. Do I want the sauce? Sure. Yeah. If I had remembered that Sableye was still conscious, I could have sacked it and then gotten a strong enough last respects to KO Whimsicott, but that is one problem sometimes. When I switch the Sableye out, I forget that it still exists after that. What am I doing? Thanks for the follow, Hazel. Alright, I'm gonna make this a turbo short break, like probably less than a minute, but I'm just gonna go get a glass of water and stuff and then get back on this ladder. So, one moment. Alright, I'm back. And Hazel, I did hydrate. I drank a bunch of water in the short time I stepped away. What do you have there, Ghost, before I start playing again? Oh, that bird. I see. When you said you were using the bird, I did not guess that one. How's the team doing so far? Five and 5? Okay. I'm 3-2 right now. I could be on my way there. Well, let's start to find out. Lots of RNG, but playing well. It's good. Seems like I'm a new streamer. Yeah, pretty much. Haven't done much of this. I got the capture card a few days ago. I've just done showdown stuff until now. Thanks, Hazel. Much appreciated. Oh, I have an opponent. Tostapane? Is that how I say this one? This one's Rain or Chaldon stuff, but they don't have a Whimsicott, so they do have a Barraskewda. And I still can't, you know, still don't want to let the Archaldon snowball too much. Good chance this one also has stamina. Tricky to break, but like, I think there's no reason I ever bring anything other than this mode into this matchup. I wonder what the Barraskewda is for. It feels a little bit redundant, but maybe it has some weird tech. I'm still thinking about that Go-Goat team that I played in the first game. That was really cool. If they weren't playing me, I'd be rooting for them. But they invested so much into setting up the Go-Goat and still just wasn't strong enough, unfortunately. I would love to see Go-Goat do well. Okay, Pelipper Raichu. One thing that's nice about this team, it's never afraid to fake out turn 1. Pelipper is tricky because it's always an offensive threat into Annihilate. If I don't Terra, there's Hurricane, and if I do Terra, there's Weather Ball or Muddy Water. I'm gonna not Terra right now. At least Pelipper doesn't hit super hard. I get a pretty free light screen here. I also can't Thunder Wave the Pelipper because Raichu will redirect that. Not that I'm super eager to Thunder Wave the Pelipper, but in a different position it might be nice to do. Nuzzle into Sableye. Okay. Sableye doesn't care about its speed stat. It cares a little bit about full paras. Tailwind. Fine. They also probably have Swift Storm on their Basculegion, which I don't. So if we get into some kind of Basculegion endgame, we'll see. I'm just gonna take that one boost and throw a Rage Fist into the Pelipper. If they attack and boost the Rage Fist, that's good. That's what I'd like to see. But I'm a little bit afraid of Pelipper, like I said, because there's just not really a way for Annihilate to... Oh, that gets off. Okay, well, there's no Whimsicott this time. Okay, well, the Hurricane goes into Sableye. That's something, I guess. Honestly, I could even think about the Terra Fairy Sinistcha to help stall this out. This, I can't even paralyze Raichu. Wait, Raichu might be scarier than Whimsicott. Oh no. Well, I have to click Bulk Up with this unless I want to switch it, and I don't think I do. Will they let me foul play the Raichu? They'll probably knock Sableye out first. I can Aqua Jet Raichu because Rain is up and not Sun, but I probably need other damage into it before I do that, especially since it almost always the Focus Sash. I'm a little bit surprised that Pelipper U-turns out there. I think that means that Archaldon is coming in to set up. If Archaldon comes in to set up, then they have to switch Raichu out. They can't Electro Shot next to Raichu. It's just Basculegion. Okay. Well, good thing I've been forced against my will to boost Annihilate's defense, and also good thing I haven't taken any KOs yet. Huh. Those are both helpful right now. I actually, you know what I could do here? I could go to my Basculegion, Terra Grass, Wave Crash Raichu. Knocks it down to a Focus Sash, I assume. but I have to break the sash sooner or later. Their Basculegion will go before mine, but it shouldn't be too dangerous if I Terra Grass. I probably don't want the Terra Fire on Annihilate in this game anyway. I think I'm just gonna... I could flip turn the Raichu. And then look for a Macha Gotcha with Sinistcha after the... I think I do like that more than a Wave Crash here, actually. It should still do a lot. And that way Raichu can't play Encore games with the rest of my Pokemon besides Annihilate. I do have to hit a Macha Gotcha, potentially. I do see a couple of chat messages. I think I'll just catch up after the game. This is a streamer skill I can work on later, gaming and reading chat, but fortunately with Pokemon there's... Oh, Psychic Fangs, cool. Fortunately with Pokemon there's downtime between games. Pick that up. They Nuzzle, Annihilate. Better that than Basculegion. Psychic Fangs Basculegion, wow. I don't have my screens anymore. Oh, but that Flip Turn just KOs the Raichu, it didn't have the Sash. Okay, that makes things a little bit more streamlined, you could say. I have made Basculegion weak to Pelipper, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Annihilate is so boosted now. Get Hospitality into it. Volpera. That's fine. Encore's over. Surely there's not another one of those coming out now, right? Surely they don't have something else to hit me with that. Oh, it's Patrick's Pelipper. I didn't even notice the first time. That's really cool. I was at that NAIC. I watched that in person. Final. Game sound is too loud. Thanks, Hazel. I'll see what I can do about that after the game. Okay. Oh, maybe the Sash on Pelipper. The Rage Fist is Pelipper. Macha Gotcha. Last Respects into Sinistcha because I've taken a KO. That's a bit stronger now. Into Annihilate. There's no light screen up. Did a lot. Okay, I think I get... Okay, I'll just take a full para here. I don't think I can beat the Pelipper now. I do have my own... The rain's over. Okay, so my Basculegion could go first now. That changes things a bit. I do have Last Respect, so there's 2 boosts on it. I don't have Adaptability. I don't think I get Adaptability anymore after I Terra, is that correct? I think it's correct. Still think the Focus Sash is on the Pelipper. Pelipper switch out here. I'm gonna Drain Punch this slot, try to catch our Chaladon if that switches in. And get some healing on Annihilate. Let's see if I can just Last Respect their Basculegion out of here. They don't switch. So the Drain Punch into Pelipper is not amazing. I knock out Basculegion without them setting Rain back up. U-turn into Basculegion, okay. Super effective, but doesn't do a whole lot of damage. They actually do get this one more chance to set Rain back up. Who's coming in? Is it our Chaladon? Barraskewda. Okay, well that shouldn't take a Drain Punch. I think that's the 3rd consecutive full para on Annihilate. Where was that when I had paralyzed that Whimsicott? I did get 2 in a row actually, but timed such that they didn't matter. But now Barraskewda gets to go crazy with Swift Swim if they have it. They could have Propeller Tail. Pelipper gets to click those Hurricanes. And it probably is a Focus Sash that I haven't broken, although it's possible that the Sash is on Barraskewda. I'm just going to double target Pelipper here and hope for the best. Drain Punch into Barraskewda would have probably sewn... Maybe not sewn this one up, but pretty close at least. And get it. Here's their Terra. The Barraskewda. What are they doing? Terra Water. They're just hitting super hard with Liquidation or something? Yeah, into Ape. The Basculegion. The KOs. Okay. Hurricane. Knocks out Ape. Okay, well, I just wasn't ready for Encore Raichu, Psychic Fangs, Basculegion, and 3 full paras in a row. It happens. Sometimes they get you. Let's... what games do I usually play? Just Pokemon. That's pretty much... I really don't play much else except that these days. Some other things a little bit that maybe I'll try out here sometime, but Pokemon is the only plan right now. Game sound is too loud. Do you play on this game? I'm not sure I follow that question. Game sound is too loud. Let's just reduce it a little bit. I can pull the stream up myself and see what I think about how it sounds. And you can tell me. And yeah, that was PatCon's Pelipper right there. No wonder I couldn't win. That was an international champion. I do find... I mean, this is my first time stream... I've turned it down a little bit. This is my first time streaming with the capture card, but I often find that a lot of other people's game audio is too quiet for my taste, so it's good to have feedback from someone else on whether I've gone too far the other way. I say you play only this game. Pretty much these days. And content-wise, it's been all Pokemon Showdown until now because I just bought a capture card like a few days ago. Anyway, let's get another game. Ooh, I'm under 1500. Alright, Sabino. Let's see if Sabino can get me on the right track here. Gallade. Oh. Gallade, Indeedee, Hatterene, Overquill, Pelipper, Dragonite. So it's Size Spam Trick Room, but that also could be Swift Swim Overquill. They might have a very fast mode as well, but I think it's just... actually, you know, the Terra Fire Annihilate is not amazing here, because they have a lot of threats to it before Terra. That said, the Rain mode doesn't have a water type other than Pelipper itself. And I don't really have another way to play this team into most matchups, so here we go. Have I ever tried shiny hunting? Never for content. I've done it a little bit just on my own time. I used to have like no patience for it, but I've built up a little bit over time. I have thought about trying it on a stream like in the future when I'm more comfortable streaming, because I feel like shiny hunting is inherently kind of boring until you find the shiny, and the streamer talking and interacting with chat has to carry to some extent. So I think maybe I take some more time to get better at that, and then I would consider trying it at some point. It could be Intimidate Overquill. It's not. Okay. No Defiant Boost. It could have been. Dragonite immediately. I'm not super motivated to bulk up because a lot of them have Haze, but you know what? I'll make them prove it. Oh, the Overquill might want to poison me. I think it's just an offensive Overquill, though, probably. If it poisons me, that's trouble, but let's bulk up and reflect. But also, Dragonite leading is kind of nice because I can think about aggressively clicking Foul Play into it after turn 1. I love to catch shiny hunting in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's certainly a lot easier to do in Scarlet and Violet than it ever was in past games. I have a draft league that I play over on YouTube, and I won the championship last season, so I shiny hunted all the Pokemon from my roster. And with sandwiches, most of them were really quick. The only one that okay, that did a lot. The only one that I didn't hunt with sandwiches was East Sea Gastrodon, because I couldn't find a good spot to farm those, even as a Shellos. So I used the Masada method for that one, and that took a long time. All the sandwich ones were quick. Thunderwave Dragonite, Foul Play Dragonite, switch to Sinistcha. These are all options here. I mean, there was always a good chance I was clicking the Terra Fire Annihilate. That probably also factors in, but I think I protect this turn. I'll go for the Foul Play into Dragonite. If it has multi-scale, I want to break that. Because then next turn I think I can switch to Sinistra, Terrifier, Rage Fist. They're really aggressively targeting the Annihilate though. I don't know if I can afford to let it take that damage. Oh, they Terra Blasted Sableye this time. Okay, it survives. Big foul play. That did so much. Okay. I'm aware that I haven't gotten a light screen. I'm gonna live with it here. There's no immediate special attack threat, and there are some big immediate physical attacking threats. Your first shiny Pokemon is Shiny Rayquaza. Wow. That is a good one. I think I got that from an event at some point, but shiny legendaries are really probably not my thing because, I don't know, there's a lot of tedious stuff in Pokemon that I don't mind doing, but I really can't stand resetting the game over and over for some reason. Shiny hunting, I mean, maybe I could do like Dynamax Adventures shiny hunting, but just resetting a fixed encounter, that is probably not something you'll ever see here. Who knows? Okay, we take the Terra Blast a lot better. The bulk up obviously helps as well, but after our own Terra, the Dragonite is finally out of here. Our team is mostly special attackers apart from these two, so it's not great that I don't have the light screen out. You're excited for Pokemon Legends ZA? I am too. It kind of crept up on me. I felt for a long time like it was, oh, a few months away, and then suddenly someone told me it was 2 weeks away, and I realized they were right. Oops. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I might see if I can stream that when I get it. Because, I mean, why not? I want to see what kind of time I have and stuff. Okay, Indeedee, Overquill, Rain Punch, Indeedee. Life do. Crunch Sinistra, they do. It survives this one. I feel like Sinistra... I don't know much about using Sinistra in higher power formats. Hasn't been amazing for me there, but I feel like in Reg H, Sinistra takes so many hits that I don't necessarily expect. Super valuable. Did I watch the trailer? Legends ZA. I've watched some trailers. If you mean the most recent one, yeah, I did watch it. It's a Trick Room. It's fine. Not sure that's even good for them because the Overquill is now going to move last. Can I get a Strength Sap into this Overquill? Maybe. I switched it out. Oh, is Hatterene coming in? Oh, that's spam bot. Nobody copy that link. I get one every stream. Well, at least one. I think only one. This will probably be my longest stream in a while. It's actually Gallade, not Hatterene, so I do get a Strength Sap into that, which is very good. Can I figure out how to ban this bot? And play the game at the same time? Maybe not. Ghost, if you're still here, do you want me to figure out how to make you a mod once the game's over? I'm still working on streamer multitasking for sure. I'll bet Indeedee, I didn't notice that last time. It's fine. Gallade can click Sacred Sword. Which ignores Annihilape's bulk up. I'm actually going to protect him, Machagacha here. Let's see what the Gallade goes for. Okay, that knocks out Indeedee, so that's good. Psycho Cut and Sinistra. Ooh, gets a crit though. well, it would have been ideal to keep Sinistcha through this turn, but they didn't bring any of their big special offense, so not getting that light screen was fine. I'm going to bring Sableye in anyway because I don't want to bring Basculegion into this position. How many turns of Trick Room are left? I have not been keeping track. 2. I just protected Annihilate. Let's Rage Fist Gallade. Do still have Reflect. I just double into Glade with Foul Play because I don't really have anything else to do with Sableye here. If they knock out Sableye, then I get Basculegion in earlier than I'd like, but it's probably okay because Annihilate probably still wins if they focus on Sableye here instead of it. It's Sacred Sword into Annihilate, but it doesn't even do that much. Okay. Get rid of Gallade here, and then Overqwil shouldn't be able to win. Okay, battle was cancelled. Yeah. Because I'm very new to streaming, I don't really remember. I have to figure out each time how to ban something, so I didn't trust my multitasking skills to do that. Oh, there we go. Pretty easy, actually. Bot's gone. I do get one of those every time I stream so far. Hopefully only one. Was that game number 7? Yeah. Back over 1500. It's so easy. Yeah, it is. I'm just not used to the Twitch interface. But it is very easy. I just have to think about how to do it each time so far. Surely that doesn't last long. Garchomp, Goldengo, Hydreigon, Incineroar, Amoonguss, Porygon 2. I mean, Terrafire Annihilate probably beats this. Spore could be annoying. Porygon 2 sometimes does more damage than I'd like. But I do think it's just our usual friends. This is again... Oh, hi, Shaboogles. This is again more variety than in the last Grand Challenge I played, where I played 15 games and I used this exact mode every single time. The fact that I brought Typhlosion in the first game of this Grand Challenge means more variety right off the bat. This is just how this team plays. You just played Celeste, Shaboogles? Is that what you're telling me? Or did you play Sabino? Starters are Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile? Yeah, that's a tough choice for me, because my first game was Silver, so... Chikorita, Totodile. I think it's going to be Chikorita, but Totodile is very appealing. The other thing... Oh, Scary Dragon's right off the bat, but I'll just Bulk Up and Light Screen, because the Hydreigon is probably more immediately scary, not necessarily. The other thing about Chikorita and Totodile is they both have a credible claim to be my first starter Pokemon, because the very first time I ever booted up Pokemon Silver, I picked Chikorita as my starter. Then I played through a decent bit of the game, at least the first couple gyms, and then I was sort of curious about what the other paths were like, so I started a new file and I picked Cyndaquil, but I made sure not to save it. And then I started a new file and picked Totodile, and just played around a little bit, and I forgot not to save that one, so I accidentally overwrote my original save with Chikorita. And then I stuck with that Totodile and actually played all the way through the game and stuff. So, depending on how you look at it, I myself sometimes think of Chikorita as my very first starter Pokemon, and sometimes think of Totodile as my very first starter. But I think for ZA, I'm probably going to go full circle, all the way back to the actual very beginning, and pick Chikorita. I don't have any boosts on my Rage Fist. That's one small thing with this team. There's no good way to boost your own Annihilate. I think I want damage into Amoonguss if I can get it. Lots of Pokemon. That's Pokemon Gen only. Two starters are from Gen 2. I was surprised that they picked 2 from the same generation. If that's what you're getting at, yeah. I didn't think they would do that. And if they hadn't done that, if they picked just Chikorita and some other water type, or just Totodile and some other grass type, then I would have an easy starter choice. You're choosing Tepig. That's cool. I like Tepig. It just doesn't really have a chance. That did like nothing to Amoonguss. That wasn't worth it. I like Tepig. It just doesn't really have a chance for me in this field. What if it's Clear Smog Amoonguss? Sometimes they are. Let's Thunder Wave this Hydreigon. I think I'm going to pay less attention to chat in a moment because I am getting distracted from the game, but I will. What do I think about the new Megas? I like them. I don't think there's one that I really dislike. The Raichu ones are a little bit... I haven't been paying attention to this Hydreigon. Did it boost this crit rate? I'm sorry, I need to focus more on the game and less on chat from here. The Raichu Megas are probably the weakest ones in my book so far. Weakest design-wise, I mean. But I do like all the new Megas so far. The starters are great. Chestnut and Delphox are great. Greninja's pretty good too. It did boost his crit rate. I just ignored this thing. Until now. Sableye stayed asleep. Can I Thunder Wave the Hydreigon this time? And then get a Rage Fist into it? You like Mega Hawlucha? I like Mega Hawlucha as well. Sableye stays asleep. There's still one more. Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm looking away from chat. I'm focusing on the game because I'm getting too distracted right now from a pretty rough situation at hand here. Is Sableye guaranteed to wake up now? Has it been that many turns? It feels like it emotionally. Wow. Thunder Wave Rage Fist, let's go. Hydreigon not being a dark type. Okay. Yeah, that's valid. I always had that option. When Life goes down, I think I just lose, right? I don't think Basculegion can sweep this. Yeah. I was not paying proper attention to this game, that's for sure. I think I need to walk Basculegion into Last Respects, which I think means I need somebody else to go down before I bring it in. Which I think means the worst gameplay you're going to see in a while, as these two are not really... There are situations where these two get onto the field together, but they're not really built for it. I'm going to keep aggressively targeting Thunder Wave against Hydreigon. If they want to redirect it every time, fine. But basically, I'm just playing until one of my Pokemon is KO'd here, and then I'm hoping Basculegion can sweep. They have a normal type. Which Pokemon is my favorite? Gengar. Shaboogles, what happened when you played Celeste? If you're still here. They don't have a normal type. They do have Incineroar, though. I'm just gonna click Thunder Wave into this Hydreigon as long as they let me. Until it actually connects, maybe someday. Okay, well, actually it didn't take very long for them to get a KO. I haven't used my Terra, so I can Terra Grass Basculegion and make it immune to the Spore and Rage Powder. Not much chance that I win this, but on the information available to me right now, it might not be impossible. You clicked Expanding Force and Ursaluna Hyper Voice turn 1, got a big lead from there. You didn't you didn't let them set up their Hydreigon. Oh, they didn't bring Hydreigon? Okay. Fair enough. Okay, that's still gonna deny a Thunder Wave. Sableye's asleep anyway, but the Thunder Wave is not important at this point. The Last Respect is important. Doesn't KO. Dark Pulse doesn't KO back, but does Basculegion just sweep everything aside from here? You know what? They could even click Pollen Puff into Basculegion now, unless they take a full para. I don't like how often I'm asking for full paras here. This is not usually how it's gone. They did bring in Incineroar. That's just GG. There was no way if they brought in Incineroar once I blocked in the last respects. Bonk. They can even fake out Basculegion here and then Pollen Puff. I don't have Protect on it because of the Choice Scarf. So they also have this Pollen Puff, which is KOs. Alright. Alright, GG to Celeste. This is definitely this team's worst run so far. The team is like a year old, so fair enough. Maybe we can lock in from here. Alright, let's jump straight to the next one and actually focus this time. How many games is that? 8? I don't know if I was beating that Hydreigon even with proper focus, but I just did not know what was going on in the first few turns of that game, so it's hard to say. I want to play all 45 games this challenge, so I think I am probably going to push this stream to the full 15 for today, because I'm only going to have so many windows to play. If I don't stream the whole thing, so be it, but I want to play the whole thing at least, and you know, I have other stuff to do this weekend. Riolu, Basculegion, Archaludon, Indeedee, Pelipper, Ursaluna, so it's coaching with the Rain offense and the Bear. Not ideal. Well, we'll see what they bring. That's a good trainer card. Riolu the Sodden. That's a good mark on this rain team. My opponent's just piling up style points. And this Archaludon might be hard to deal with coaching boosts. Well, let's see. Riolu could also set Rain Dance. But, well, so it might not coach turn 1. Let's go for Light Screen. They protect Archaludon. I don't think they're going for Rain Dance this turn then. Oh, they are. Okay. Just thought they would want to use that immediately then. But maybe they were worried about some Sableye shenanigans. A lot of Sableye, I think, run Encore, so it's pretty brave actually to protect in front of this one turn 1. Is that up here? There's the coaching. I'll have to break this Archaludon somehow, and I don't know how. But one step at a time. Reflect. At least I don't have to worry about body press, unless they pressure out my Terra on something, but I'm worried about Electroshot snowballing is what it is. Here it starts. What are they targeting? If it's Annihilate, get a stronger Rage Fist into Riolu now at least. Riolu run Focus Sash? I feel like it probably does. Could be Eviolite, but how bulky is it going to be even with that? Nobody else on this team really needs the Sash. Pelipper likes it sometimes. Just thinking about whether I click Foul Play into Riolu or Thunder Wave into Archaludon here. I don't trust that it has the sash. I think there's a good chance that it does, but I don't trust it enough. So I'm going to Thunder Wave Archaladon and hope that this Rage Fist KOs. They Vacuum Wave their own Archaladon, activating a weakness policy. Yep. Okay, that's a new one to me. That thing is snowballing quickly. I called the rest of what they were doing with these two, but I didn't get that one. That Electro Shot's gonna hurt. And it is the sash on the Riolu. Draco Meteor, it's not even an Electro Shot. Okay, well they immediately wipe out their own weakness policy boost, but I just can't have Annihilate going down that early. I think that does win them the game. I guess I want to avoid attacking the Archaladon. I don't really know if I do or not. They're electric. Electro Shot's gonna hurt. They have Quick Guard. They had Quick Guard this whole time? They really showed me every move on this Riolu. Okay, so our Archaladon, I think, is going to be a +2 now, right? Because the Draco Meteor negated the weakness policy, and I think this is his second Electro Shot. Doesn't really matter. Either I'll knock it out after this, or I won't. It's slow, though, too. We'll get to click Matcha Gotcha into it, probably, and that's not resisted anymore. Oh, yeah. The Basculegion will have Swift Swim, so it'll go before mine. I still have my Terra. Matcha Gotcha. Terra Grass. Kinda like to click Wave Crash, but to beat their Basculegion, I think it... They have two normal types. And the way they've played, I don't know that they brought the Pelipper. I think I have to lock in a water move instead of Last Respects, unfortunately. If they let me get a Matcha Gotcha into their Basculegion, that might keep hope alive a little bit. Last Respects into Sinistcha, doesn't KO. Life Orb Basculegion. Damage on it is good. Wave Crash. Yeah. Our Archaladon has boosted defense. Alright. Almost get the KO with Matcha Gotcha, but not quite. Volpera? Once again, I'm once again asking for a Volpera. Oh, I get it. Oh, okay, okay. And Rain is over, so Swift Swim is offline. Unless they have Pelipper. The way they've been playing, I don't think they have Pelipper, so I'm gonna Matcha Gotcha. I'm gonna target their Basculegion here. I can outspeed and KO that, hypothetically. Oh, is it Pelipper? Oh, they baited me. Using the Riolu as the rain setter, I started to think that maybe they didn't have the Pelipper. I don't even know if they did that as an intentional bait, but it worked out that way. This does give me a stronger Wave Crash now, though. But... well, but what? Hold on, it's Scarf Basculegion. The Icy Wind negates the Scarf, but I might still be able to smack this Pelipper before it hits me with a Hurricane. This one might not be over yet. Landing Machagacha is good. That's some damage. We know our Chaladon is in Machagacha range. And paralyzed. Do I get a Wave Crash into Pelipper? It has to be Wave Crash because I'm choice locked. I chose this over Last Respects because there was a good chance they'd have a normal type at the back. That is not great damage. What does Pelipper go for? Hurricane into. I think that was the wrong target. Sinistcha has a chance to win the game. But it's that 90% Machagacha. Hits both targets. I don't know if the crit mattered on Pelipper. I don't think so. Sinistcha and Basculegion are such good Pokemon. They pulled this one back after Annihilate went down early and I thought it was doomed. Why didn't I have any custom banner for my channel? I don't know. I'm new to this. Can't believe Sinistcha saved that one. Machagacha, I talked about Machagacha's accuracy earlier in the stream, but it came through when it mattered there. And the full para finally happened as well. One more and then I'll go drink some more water or something. And then I'll see about playing the last 5. I'm getting a little tired, but it should be okay. Alright, Liam. Alolan Ninetales, Rillaboom, Basculegion, Dragonite, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Baxcalibur. That's not too bad. Blood Moon, Ursaluna, as previously noted, can be a little bit scary if the other Pokemon pressure out the Terra on Annihilate. Although nothing here should be amazing at doing that. The Terra does help me into Rillaboom and Baxcalibur. Maybe Ninetales depending on its set. But they don't have huge pressure. The Basculegion is scary, just like generally. Haze Dragonite can be annoying, but there are definitely ways to beat it. Let's bring our friends to one more game before more water or something. I make custom artwork for streamers, and I do paid commissions. Oh, that was held by Automod. Your message didn't actually show up in chat, but I still got to see it. Good to note. This channel has pretty much zero budget right now, but maybe if that changes in the future. I bought a capture card, so I guess it's not quite zero budget, but I was thinking about that for a long time before I even did that. Took me a while to commit to spending any money. I'll make them prove they have haze. No light screen. Blood Moon Ursaluna is scary. It protects, okay. What does Dragonite do? Scale Shot into Annihilate. That gives me so many Rage Fist boosts. And those are not wiped away even if they have haze. This is doing some damage though. Uh-oh. 4 hits? Only 4 hits, okay. Okay. Light Screen is up. Probably okay to take a Blood Moon here. I think I'm down to just go for a Rage Fist into Dragonite. Set Reflect. I've made some banners. Can I show you if you're comfortable? Like I said, I'm not really in any position to buy... Oh. Everybody's bringing their Encore user. I don't mind looking at things, but I'm not really in any position to buy or commission anything right now. Everybody's bringing every I didn't know Dragonite got Encore. I knew Raichu. I knew somewhere deep in the dark recesses of my brain that Raichu gets Encore. I did not know that about Dragonite. Everybody's bringing every Encore user that can possibly dream up. I might even switch Annihilate out here. This Ursaluna's too scary. I'll just be sitting here stacking bulk ups. Better, I think, to preserve the Rage Fist. I'll go Sinistcha. We get this silly duo again. I'm clicking a Foul Play into this Dragonite. It can actually Encore Sableye because it doesn't have Prankster if they switch it out. Sure. Just see your work. Like I said, I don't mind looking. But I can tell you right now, I have no art budget. Ninetales can quick Blizzard now for once. Earth Power and a Sinistcha, that's fine. Blizzard and a Sinistcha will be less fine. Terra Fairy, Sinistcha, probably not worth. I don't necessarily have Blizzard, not all of them do, but a lot of them do. I could try to pivot Annihilate back in. But for Sinistcha? That's gonna make Annihilate too weakened. Let's just Matcha Gotcha. When in doubt, let's just Matcha Gotcha and Thunderwave this Ninetales. I can get some damage on Ursaluna from this, right? If nothing else. It gets Taunt? Dragonite gets Encore and Blood Moon Ursaluna gets Taunt? Okay. Alright. I don't think this Ninetales has Blizzard now. I think it has some crazy thing that I would never think of. This Ninetales is about to click Rain Dance. And then the Ursaluna will click Electro Shot. That's what's about to happen. Next turn. So I did get a full para here. That Matcha Gotcha is doing good damage. Let's do that again with a Foul Play into Ninetales. Foul Play won't do much to Ninetales, but I'm chipping the thing down. Hyper Voice. Matcha Gotcha. Knocks out Ursaluna, nice. Sinistcha putting in work. And I do still have the Annihilate in the back this time. Hopefully I won't need some clutch Sinistcha end game. This time. Another full para. Alright, now luck is starting to turn in my favor. Some of these games that Foul Play really doesn't do much, but what else was Sableye doing this turn, I guess? Who's coming in? Is Dragonite coming back? I might be down to Terra Fairy the Sinistcha if I see Dragonite. Get the Scale Shot immunity and Strength Sap it. Oh, Sinistcha's taunted. Matcha Gotcha's still nice though, because it knocks out Ninetales, I think, and it could burn Dragonite. I don't know their last Pokemon. But I don't think there's much chance that I need to Terra Fire the Annihilate in this game. Terra Grass Basculegion could matter. That could matter. Let's just Matcha Gotcha and Foul Play Dragonite. What if they land a Scale Shot, which they do into Sableye? Okay. If they landed a Scale Shot into Sinistcha, then they'd be weakening their Dragonite to the Foul Play. But instead, they'll knock out Sableye here. That will give me Annihilate back without the Ursaluna pressuring it this time. And I still have big boosted Rage Fist to click into Dragonite. And I've preserved my Terra if I need it against whatever is coming in for this Ninetales. It's their Basculegion. That could last respect. I think, though, all I need to do here is Rage Powder, Rage Fist, Dragonite, and then I should be able to beat their Basculegion with my Basculegion, unless they have, like, you know, unless I Terastallize my Basculegion and then theirs clicks Flare Blitz. Or, Or maybe Brave Bird. Probably okay. Last Respects knocks out Sinistra. Do need to potentially take a scale shot here. That was just Tailwind. I think that's okay, because if I KO Dragonite, then I should be able to beat Vascular Legion with either one of my Pokemon in the back, and it can only take one KO first unless it goes for... Sludge Wave. No, Annihilate resists that. Unless it goes for a secret spread Flare Blitz that I don't know about yet. Paragrass, Last Respects, Rage Fist. Paragrass anyway, just to like, give Vascular Legion a chance to take a hit if they prioritize that. They have their own Terra. Wait, why am I... I actually shouldn't Paragrass there. Because it turns off adaptability. Okay, I actually just shouldn't have used my Terra. Oh well. Vascular Legion goes first, it knocks out Annihilate. Gets KO'd back by Last Respects. Okay, play still worked. Encore, Whimsicott, that's normal. Encore Raichu, that's like reasonably normal, you just don't see that Pokemon too often. Encore Dragonite, that is a new one to me. A Taunt Ursaluna as well. I believe that's game number 10. I'm getting a little bit tired. I do think I'm going to take a quick break, maybe a tiny bit longer than the last one, and then try to play out these last 5 games for today, because I do want to get them done. So, I'm going to go drink some water and whatnot, and I will be right back. Okay. 5 more games. How hard can it be? Am I 5 and 5 or 6 and 4? I've lost count. I often lose count if I'm not really on top of it. But now let's play Alex. Torkoal, Ursaluna, Lilligant, Hisuian Form, King Gambit, Indeedee Delphox. Delphox is pretty scary. I can Terra Fire, Annihilate, then I'm a little bit afraid of Ursaluna. But Bulk Up helps into this Ursaluna form, so Terra Fire, Annihilate is still pretty strong here. This is a game where I could think about bringing Typhlosion. Maybe instead of Basculegion. Neither one is helpful in Trick Room. Basculegion can Aqua Jet things if Psychic Terrain isn't up. And I bring Basculegion. I think that does make a bit of a difference compared to Typhlosion here. Typhlosion isn't taking a whole lot of hits anyway. Yeah, I saw Hazel. Thanks for letting me know. That's a pretty good trainer card. I like it. Very fitting for this ghostly time of year. I actually warmed up in my little. I warmed up a little in my apartment in the 2 hours I've been streaming. But it's been cold lately. It has been turn the heat on cold. Genuinely, since it became October. As if what month it is matters to the weather. Terra Fire, Bulk Up, Light Screen. Not too many hard decisions on this turn, at least. I probably will turn the heat on tomorrow if it's the same as it's been the last few days. Terra Fairy, okay. I'm not afraid of Fairy Terra Blast. I mean, I could knock out Sableye, but Annihilate is not afraid of it. And this doesn't really help Delphox take any meaningful hit here either. I mean, I guess Sableye Foul Play might have done some chip to it before the Terra, but I think this Terra Fairy is not a big deal, is what I'm saying. Follow me. What does Delphox go for? Is it just Expanding Force, or is it Fairy Terra Blast into Sableye? Probably one of those. Dazzling Gleam. It gets that. It gets that. Okay. That I should know. I've played 2 X with Delphox. I did know it gets Dazzling Gleam. I just didn't think about it. Life Orb Delphox. Okay. Well, Sableye can set Reflect up before it faints, and I do think that's worthwhile. You know, Terrestrializing Annihilate turn 1 has a lot of benefits into this team, but I do have to be a little bit more afraid of Ursaluna in the back now. But I get another Bulk Up and a Reflect, the Ursaluna becomes less scary for sure. We're also not setting Trick Room because they're using a fast S-Gun mode right now. Expanding Force does nothing to Sableye. Thought they would go for the KO on it there, but no. That's good. The reason that it matters that they haven't set Trick Room is that Basculegion could come in, but with Indeedee... Oh, there's the Trick Room. Okay. Never mind. That makes me a little bit more comfortable bringing... Well, than I was before, at least, bringing Sinistcha in if Sableye faints. But I don't think I want to hard switch Sinistcha in, because I don't want it to take a hit immediately when it comes in. I will go for a Drain Punch into Indeedee here, and I think also a Foul Play. If I get both these attacks off before Delphox moves, then maybe I can get rid of this Indeedee and not have to worry about Follow Me anymore. It has low attack, but it is a Psychic type. It does get chipped, at least, by Foul Play. And now this is +2 Drain Punch. I think I'm... Okay, it doesn't KO, but good damage. I think I'm glad that it didn't get the special defense drop into Annihilate. That Drain Punch would have KO'd with a Defiant boost, but... You know, the Expanding Force from Delphox does some damage. I don't want to make Annihilate too vulnerable to it. Sableye faints. I'll go Sinistcha here. I'll probably just click Machagacha, looking to get rid of this Indeedee and maybe go for a Rage Fist into Delphox. You know, step on the gas a little bit more here. Or I actually might want to play a little bit more slowly because the Delphox... The thing is, Delphox is an offensive threat to Sinistcha, which, you know, counts for something. There are 3 more turns of Trick Room. There could be an Ursaluna in the back. I think there's a good chance that there is. I just don't think I want to let Delphox free. The thing is, Sinistcha kind of counters Ursaluna, right? So, not Drain Punch. I think I do just want to get rid of Delphox before it can attack Sinistcha. I'll just Machagacha and Rage Fist Delphox here. They follow me. If Machagacha connects with Indeedee, that should be fine. Do hit both targets. I swear Machagacha does not feel 90% accurate most of the time, but that has felt about right this stream. I've had some, well, what feels like some good luck there. Even though it's really just Machagacha performing as expected. Yeah, 2 KOs here. This does let Ursaluna in maybe a little bit earlier than I'd like, but Annihilate is at +2 defense with Reflect up, and I can also Protect. And they've already used their Terra. Ursaluna has trouble threatening Sinistcha, and I have the Machagacha to click. It's Kingambit. Is it Supreme Overlord? The previous 2 Kingambit in the stream have both had Supreme Overlord. Nope, this one doesn't. And they can't Sucker Punch Sinistcha while Trick Room is up. Kingambit's going to be slower than Sinistcha anyway, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to Drain Punch. They've already used their Terra. I'm just going to Drain Punch Kingambit and click Machagacha. I wouldn't even bet that they one-shot Sinistcha. Yeah, that's what, again, that Headlong Rush is into +2 defense and a Reflect, so Annihilate takes it reasonably well. Kowtow Cleave into Sinistcha, doesn't KO. I didn't think... Sinistcha's super bulky. I didn't think that was going to one-shot through Reflect. With Supreme Overlord, maybe. But for once, the Kingambit in the stream didn't have it. Machagacha hits both targets. The one I care more about is Ursaluna. It does a lot of damage. I'm looking for Annihilate to knock out Kingambit here, get some health back. And then I can play it safe and protect Machagacha next turn. Assuming I knock out Kingambit here, they might just forfeit anyway. Sinistcha gets back up to full with that Machagacha. And it burned the Ursaluna. The only Machagacha burn in the stream so far was into a Pokemon that wants to be burned anyway. That's kind of funny. But the damage was more important. And then, yeah, there's 1 turn of Trick Room left, so I protect Annihilate, Machagacha. And then Trick Room's over after that, even if Ursaluna survives the turn. They might just forfeit. I think Ursaluna only survives the turn if they protect, or I miss Machagacha, or somehow they have like Shadow Claw or something into Sinistcha. Some Ursaluna will run Shadow Claw. I did see the chats, Hazel. I'm not really doing anything. I've got my hands full with Twitch and the game right now, but I've got the info. Don't worry. I'll get in touch if I decide that I want to. Yeah. Okay. Machagacha connects. Sinistcha's so good. Sinistcha's such a good Pokemon in this format. I feel like I could be doing more with it in the higher power formats, and some people are, so that's probably true. Also features very nicely in my opponent's trainer card. That's a really good trainer card. I'm at number 12. Who will it be? What will they have? For Farigiraf, Incineroar, Moongus, Torkoal, Rillaboom, Blood Moon, Ursaluna. The usual... I might want to bring Typhlosion to this one. I think I will bring Typhlosion to this one instead of Basculegion. Their Trick Room setter is Farigiraf, and that stops Aqua Jet anyway, and they have so many more Well, actually, they don't have so many more fire targets, right? There's the Rillaboom. Torkoal setting the sun and having low special defense is Typhlosion food. The Amoonguss is kind of Typhlosion food. The Incineroar alone might change my mind here. And also, if I preserve the Terra Grass, I have something in a Rillaboom. I actually am going to bring Basculegion after all, but I thought about it. This is another team where they could pressure out the Fire Terror with Annihilape and then cause trouble with Blood Moon or Saluna, but we'll see. There are many such teams. Shiny Rayquaza, you see that, Hazel? Like your first shiny. Okay, Farigiraf and Incineroar. They're giving me Defiant immediately, that's nice. There's also not a great offensive threat on the board. I wouldn't love to take a knockoff from Incineroar, but that can be played around. I'm just going to Drain Punch Incineroar right away, +2, and Reflect. They could Psychic Annihilate, but Farigiraf is not a huge offensive threat. Okay, Drain Punch does some damage. Yeah, the knockoff is what I didn't especially want to see, but it's not the end of the world. It's that Trick Room with the Farigiraf. I mean, now I'm not so incentivized to knock out Incineroar anymore. The thing that I wanted to prevent is not prevented. I'm going to start bulking up. That gives me stronger Drain Punches to throw at things like Ursaluna, Incineroar, and even Farigiraf. Incineroar doesn't have enough HP actually for the stronger Drain Punch to really matter. But... oof. Unloading Annihilate takes too much damage. Yeah. Well, this is still salvageable. It starts with Protect and switch to Sinistcha. And then probably I'm looking to Rage Powder. Hopefully Sinistcha doesn't take a Flare Blitz this turn on switch in. But I don't think it will. They seem to really want to get rid of Annihilape. So we get a bit of health back. I have a +3 Drain Punch now if I can land it into something. I could Terra Fairy Sinistcha, but this doesn't feel like a great use of my Terra. I got Sinistcha with a knockoff. Okay, I'm just gonna Rage Powder and Drain Punch the Giraffe, I think. Giraffe is kind of a threat. Oh, the Helping Hand. Okay, so Annihilape should get out of this turn without any damage, unless it's Goggles Incineroar, which it could be. It is? It is. Okay, that doesn't KO, though. Whew. This is rough, though. Not gonna get quite the recovery I wanted from that. And now they can Flare Blitz Sinistcha if they want. I actually think I might want to use the Terra Fairy here to give Sinistcha a chance of getting a Life Dew into Annihilape. I think Annihilape needs it. I don't love this use of my Terra, but I think it could save the whole game. Farigiraf goes for Psychic into Annihilape. Incineroar goes for Flare Blitz into Sinistcha. Sinistcha survives. Terra Fairy pays off, I think, as I will have a chance to get Annihilape somewhat healthier here. Still want to get rid of the Farigiraf because we're pretty far into this Trick Room and I'd like to not let them have another. Oh, actually we're done with this Trick Room. So I'll Drain Punch Farigiraf. And just Life Dew. Knocking out Incineroar would also be nice, but I actually do think Farigiraf is the higher priority here. What is this Terra? Paragraph. Terra Fairy. Okay. It's gonna get Trick Room back up, isn't it? That did not do much damage. They also could just attack Annihilate. But we get some nice recovery on it here. So that's not the worst thing. We get Annihilate back to full, they Flare Blitz, Annihilate. They burn it! Oh no. Believe it or not, that's still not the end of the world because Annihilate has been boosting its attack, but it is rough, for sure. Get Trick Room back up. Terra Fire and Annihilate would have prevented the burn, but again, I don't think Sinistcha was taking that Flare Blitz without the Terra Fairy. So it's not a very comfy use of my Terra, but I do think it was important. Torkoal's next. Terra Fire and Annihilate sure would be nice here. They got Trick Room back up, they got their Torkoal. I don't know what to do. I think just KO Annihilate, right? And probably Sinistcha too. Can I protect, sack Sinistcha, get Basculegion in, but what does that do? I can't Aqua Jet here. Alright, I'm just gonna go for a Desperation attack. I don't think it'll work out, but I think they just got me with that second Trick Room. Oh, DC. That's probably them. Doesn't happen to be much. If I win the game on that, we take those. It usually is one by now. At least one by now. Alright, next game. Gholdengo, Talonflame, Rillaboom, Dragonite, Annihilate, Mousehold. I have to watch out for Taunt, Talonflame. There's Will-O-Wisp, Talonflame, but there's not much downside to Terra Fire here. I have to watch out for Encore, Dragonite. We know that one now. But that's how it goes. This has been a good... I'm getting tired. I'm going to be wiped out after this, but this has been a good GC run. Not the best in terms of win-loss record. In fact, probably the worst one this specific team has had in 3 attempts, but there sure have been some moments. It's content. I see about editing this down and uploading it on YouTube or something. I don't know when. I have like have uploads planned all the way through October at this point, but I have to see about something. That Go-Goat team was so cool. And Sinistcha clutching that one game. Been a fun one for sure. Alright, here we go. Mousehold and Annihilate, you don't say. How do I beat this? I feel like I should know an answer to this one. It's not like these teams are super obscure. Thunderwave V8. They could follow me. protected mouse hold this turn, okay. Not doing the side beat up yet. I think I want to reflect. Full para, sure. I think I want to reflect and Drain Punch mouse hold next. A rare turn where I prioritized the Thunder Wave because I was so scared of their ape. They protect the ape this time. Is it going to be Population Bomb or something from the mouse hold? Super Fang. They turn off my immunity to that while also turning off my weakness to Rage Fist, but getting that health right back. Well, most of it. Didn't quite KO the mice there. Oh, it's Helmet Mice. Okay. I think I'm down to protect Annihilate this next turn and foul play the mice. Not let them get another Super Fang. They might want to actually go for their beat up now, though. Oh, just follow me. Okay. Oh, it's Final Gambit Ape. That's what they've been trying to set up for this whole time. That's a funny bluff, but you know, it would be a lot scarier. Unfortunately for them, this would be a lot scarier if it actually were the typical beat-up mouse ape stuff. I guess they could have gotten the Final Gambit turn 1 if not for the full para, so they would have gotten me with that. That contributed to it being less scary. It's a heck of a bluff, though. Here's the Goldango. I feel fine to Light Screen and Rage Fist their ape. What if it's Terra normal? Honestly, I think it's plausible. They could get me with that. Oh, it is a Terra. Let's see. I don't think Terra to ape, normal ape is likely, but I think it's plausible. Okay, it's Goldango terrestrializing. Terra Steel. Okay. This will boost Make It Rain, but Annihilate persists, and I'm getting Light Screen this turn. And yeah. Okay, their ape is paralyzed, so I outspeed it and go for the Rage Fist to prevent Final Gambit from being a problem, is the idea here. Goldango just goes straight for Make It Rain. When you see Terra Steel, it's probably running a choice item, in my experience. Not like Nasty Plot setup, but yeah, that's not doing too much to Ape. It does knock out Sableye. But I don't think I need Sableye anymore. I could even go Basculegion here. And just like Wave Crash the Goldango. I don't hate that idea. It's earlier than I usually make a play like that, but their ape is under a lot of pressure. The Goldango is probably choice selecting to Make It Rain, so it doesn't seem to have a great answer here. If they have Rillaboom in the back, I can switch Sinistcha in. Rage Fist, not Last Respects, Wave Crash. They do switch Goldango out. What comes in? It is Rillaboom. So I mean, I could have Flip Turn, but this will do more damage, and like I said, I can switch Sinistcha in. It's probably fine. Grassy Terrain is kind of nice for my ape. Probably not as nice for theirs. That did some damage. Rage Fist comes out. KOs? They can fake out my Annihilate now. I've turned that immunity off as well. But I can protect it. Switch to Sinistcha. Obviously Goldango comes in. I can see Goldango committing to Shadow Ball now, but I think that's okay. Get the ape back to full. If I protected it anyway to cover for Fake Out. And there it is. Shadow Ball, yeah, not surprising. I target Sinistcha. does a lot of damage, but doesn't quite KO, so I don't have to bring Basculegion back in just yet. I think Annihilate wins from here anyway, but it is nice to not have to bring Basculegion in right now. I will Drain Punch Gholdengo. I guess I could lose to high horsepower Rillaboom still, but let's just Strength Sap Rillaboom and Drain Punch Gholdengo. Shadow Ball into 8. Doesn't do too much damage. High horsepower. No crit. Good. That was what I could lose to there. Crit, presumably. I think I have a bulk up on Ape, right? So yeah, crit would surely have done enough. I knock out Gholdengo here. Get a Strength Sap into Rillaboom, make that a little bit weaker. I guess they could still crit me with high horsepower. It's not like I can Rage Powder Rillaboom. But I'm probably okay here. Actually, I guess if I want to be really optimal about this, how many turns of grassy terrain are left? 2. Okay. If Rillaboom survives this turn somehow, I can protect on the next one to get out of terrain and make Rillaboom a bit weaker. They forfeit. Okay. 2 more games left. I think I can handle that before I get too exhausted. Okay. Rillaboom, Incineroar, Pelipper, Chaladon, Farigiraf, Blood Moon, Ursaluna. Some of our friends from earlier battles have returned. Let's see. Let's see what we get here. Definitely gonna go rest up after these last couple games. Pelipper and our Chaladon right off the bat. I suppose I can light screen and bulk up. There is some not insignificant offensive pressure into Annihilate right now. The Terra immediately too. Is it Terra, Electric, or Chaladon? Ghost. That's, I think, better than Electric. That doesn't make it stronger and does make, or offensively, and does make it weak to Rage Fist. Oh, unless they have a Ghost Terra Blast, which honestly, in a Grand Challenge, who knows? Maybe they do. It's better this than Electric unless they have Ghost Terra Blast. It's just Electro Shot for now. Look at that Ghost Terra Crown getting pulled back into the bridge. That looked a little silly. Let's say the official term, Terra Jewel, I think. At what point do I want to Rage Fist this or Chaladon? I don't really know. I mean, I don't want to let it snowball too much. Pelipper's scary too. But I feel like Rage Fist is probably not strong enough yet, right? I'm gonna slow this down a little. No, I'm not, because they get special attack boosts, even if they don't connect into things. I just Rage Fist the Archaladon. Just a little bit as a treat. I got Rage Fist the Pelipper. Let's do that and set Reflect. I'm just worried that Annihilate... I'm worried about Annihilate taking the hits that are likely coming out here. But I don't trust the one boosted Rage Fist damage into our Chaldon. Electro Shot into. Sometimes they switch to targeting Sableye. No, it's Annihilate. Okay. Hurricane, this is what I was afraid of. Oh, we just barely survived, but what do we do after this? It's Sash Pelipper. I think I protect Annihilate, switch to Sinistcha. And then we have a conversation about Terra Fairy Sinistcha once again. Unless they just wipe out the Sinistcha. Oh, they switch Pelipper out. Okay. Into what? Ursaluna. Okay. That's not the worst thing. I don't know how well Annihilate takes a Hyper Voice even after Hospitality and another hit of Leftovers here. But... I can Rage Powder or Chaldon's attack at least, and I don't think I have to worry about the Terra Fairy right now. Shot into Annihilate, I hope. Good. It's still scary for sure. I might want to Terra Fairy Sinistcha anyway, because here's what I'm thinking. They Dragon Pulse Sinistcha, and they Blood Moon Annihilate. And that's stopped if they... That's stopped by Terra Fairy. It's a kind of a silly throwaway use of my Terra if that's not what they do, but potentially, once again, it potentially saves the whole game if that is what they do. So I'm gonna do it. If it doesn't work out, well, you understand why I tried. What if they Flash Cannon Sinistcha? Oh dear. I think if they Flash Cannon Sinistcha, I just don't have a way to beat that, to deal with that anyway. It is not shown in this stream, but the Terra Fairy... Is it Stalwart? There's no way, right? They just went for the Electro Shot. In the Sinistcha. Okay, I can move to this too. Okay, no, that doesn't KO. Good. Not a bad use of my Terra, but that not KOing is huge. What was I starting to say? Does anyone remember? Actually, Rage Fist comes out next. Annihilate faster than Ursaluna is good. Blood Moon into Sinistcha. KO. I get Basque Legion. Annihilate's faster than Ursaluna. They can't click Blood Moon on the next turn. If they go Pelipper, I can like Wave Crash that and Drain Punch Ursaluna. They've already used their Terra. I've used mine, but like what I mean is they can't surprise me with a Ghost Ursaluna. Oh, I know what I was going to say. It was about Sinistcha's Terra type. Fairy wasn't the best there, but you don't know because I haven't run into a Dozogiri team in this whole challenge. Nor did I run into one in the last challenge, but the Terra Fairy is important in slow, grindy Dondozo endgames. That's the main thing it's on this team for. They can't click Blood Moon this turn. I actually think I double Choreograph. Make sure I knock that out so it can't set Trick Room for the Ursaluna. Because Annihilate being faster than Ursaluna is huge here, and they know that too, and they protect their Ursaluna. Yeah, exactly. Wave Crash actually just takes out the Choreograph. It'll also beat Pelipper if I want it to. Yeah, I think... Yeah, Pelipper still actually is an offensive threat to Annihilate, so I think I'm fine to Wave Crash Pelipper and Drain Punch Ursaluna next. So, you know, I didn't make the necessarily greatest use of my Terra this game, but my opponent didn't really either. The Terra Ghost or Chaldon didn't help them that much, and if they had some surprise Terra type to hit me with now, it would be a good time for it. I just didn't think they would keep clicking Electro Shot when I brought Sinistcha in and was pretty obviously threatening the Rage Powder. Sinistcha survived either way though, because that Pokemon's just so good. They forfeit. Okay, one more game. I have lost count of my win-loss record, but it's definitely positive. Last game for today. 1584. I don't know what to make of this person's username. I don't think this can get me to 1600 on the first day of the challenge, but I do plan to not only play the first day this time. To cut the mouse ape, am I going to get baited again? I don't know, let's find out together. If it's actually just the standard mouse ape, I think I could easily lose to that. That's the really tricky thing. I feel like maybe maybe these are the matchups where I used to lead Basculegion, and there definitely were some, and I think I've forgotten what they are. But let's see what happens. Dragonite, Ninetales. Okay, not Mouse Ape lead. That's good. Some Alolan Ninetales have Moonblast. A lot of them don't. It's an Alolan Ninetales. It doesn't hit that hard anyway. It's not the worst idea in the world to Terrify or Annihilate right away, but I don't think it's a good enough idea to actually go for it here. I think I'm just gonna... Both of these Pokemon get Encore, by the way. We know that about Dragonite now. And Ninetales definitely runs it sometimes. Ninetales is actually an interesting Grand Challenge Pokemon because there are some significant changes to what my best game plan is, depending on its set. There's a few different tricks up its sleeve. I don't know what this one has brought. However, I'm going to do this anyway. We'll hope for the best. No Light Screen in case it's Blizzard or Moonblast coming up. Yeah, this is the Grand Challenge. You never really can be sure what you're going to get. There have been some surprises in this one for sure. This is a pretty normal turn 1 though. It just does the Ninetales of Encore. Also, that Scale Shot's doing a lot, actually. It's a little bit awkward, but I think I actually protect Annihilate this next turn and I go for the Reflect. I'd like to get Sinistcha and heal Annihilate, but actually the Blizzard Ninetales makes that kind of tricky. I might have to do that, though. I might have to prioritize that over the Reflect, actually. The Scale Shot did some damage. No, I think I can protect and Reflect. I really don't want to see Encore from Ninetales. Scale Shot into Annihilate. Nope, into Sableye, but they missed. Of course. Yeah, this team is... This is probably... It's gotten better as we've gone along, but this is probably the worst Grand Challenge run this team has had, and everybody having Encore has been a factor. I think I switched Annihilate out here. I think I preserved the boosted Rage Fist. And I think I honestly just foul play this Dragonite, maybe? Break a possible multi-scale, take advantage of its defense drop. Maybe plural defense drops, depending on what it does here. Would rather have gotten the Hospitality into Annihilate, though, that's for sure. Scale Shot, okay. Gonna be -2 defense when this foul play probably comes out. Actually, they could Encore Sableye, too. Because Ninetales isn't a prankster. They're probably more focused on the Annihilate this turn. Just Blizzard. Okay, any freezes? Doesn't look like it. What do I do with Sinistcha next turn? Honestly, Terra Fairy. I am clicking that more times than I expected this stream, but it does kind of keep Sinistcha alive this next turn. I don't think Annihilate needs the Terra in this game. Would be kind of nice to preserve the Terra, but I don't think it's necessary. This makes Sinistcha immune to Scale Shot and no longer weak to Blizzard. Could Life Dew. I think I'm okay to just... Oh, I could Rage Powder and redirect a Scale Shot away from Sableye and make sure I get a Foul Play and a Dragonite. Let's do that. It redirects an Encore too, actually. Although, I don't know why they'd want to lock Sableye into Foul Play. That's probably not an issue. Nice. That should be it for Dragonite. Unless Sableye gets frozen here. It doesn't. And who's coming in? Incineroar. Okay, they can fake out Sinistcha, which I don't love. Can't fake out Sableye. I can Thunder Wave Ninetales. I might as well. Do I want to switch Sinistcha out? Annihilate is so weakened. I can switch out to Basculegion here, actually. They're probably not clicking Knockoff into a Fairy type that already consumed its item, right? It's not the least risky play in the world. Well, it's not like as turbo over-the-top safe as this team likes to play, but this looks like as free a Basculegion switch as I'm ever going to get. I'll just Thunder Wave Ninetales. Thunder Waves certainly come in handy in this stream at times. It's a nice little utility move to have after the obvious screens. And this gives me an option to potentially heal Annihilate again. Or, not again, I haven't done it yet. Potentially heal Annihilate with Sinistcha at some point in the endgame. Ninetales goes for Blizzard. Nobody frozen. It's Flare Blitz into Sableye. Okay. Now I go Annihilate, I think. Snow stops. Blizzard won't be so accurate anymore. I think I'm just going to protect Annihilate, get a bit of leftovers chip. And go for this Choice Scarf Wave Crash into Incineroar. Once again, not the absolute safest play, but if they let me get rid of this Incineroar, that would be nice. And maybe I get big damage into somebody switching in. They actually use their Terra here. Is it Terra Grass Incineroar? It is. Okay. Not what I wanted to see, but... I mean, maybe... Well... Yeah, maybe it would have been a good reason to use Flip Turn instead. I just saw big damage numbers. Not for it. That did not do much. That was not a big damage number. Oh, the Ninetales is okay, but the Ninetales is paralyzed, so no, it won't lock Annihilate into Protect. That much is good. They Flare Blitz into Annihilate. I'm gonna switch Basculegion out here. I think I could Wave Crash Ninetales. I think I would rather, especially since they've turned off Incineroar's Ghost Resistance, I think I would rather preserve the Basculegion, get Sinistcha in, heal Annihilate, and get a big Rage Fist into this Ninetales. Get this Encore threat out of here. I mean, paralyzing it is already very good, but we do finally get Hospitality into Annihilate this game. Big Rage Fist. Could be Sash Ninetales. It isn't. What does Incineroar do? Flare Blitz into Annihilate, I assume. Does it get a burn? There was a Flare Blitz burn earlier. Not this time. Okay. And who's their last Pokemon? We also don't know that. It's their own Sinistcha. Okay. Could be a little bit interesting depending on its set, but probably okay. I'm just gonna Life Dew and Protect here. Life Dew does go through Protect. This team is why I know, but they actually forfeit, so no need to try to make any more plays. And we do end on a win for today, the first day of the Grand Challenge. That was a fun game. I really had to make some adjustments on the fly in that one. And if the Ninetales had ever gotten a freeze, that could have taken a very different turn. It's a little bit unlucky that it never did. But we'll end on a rating of 1597. Didn't quite crack 1600 on the first day, but got pretty close. Number 197, that number will definitely have gone down by the time I pick this up again, as more people are playing and raising their ratings. Robbie, hi. See you in chat right now. Was not looking at chat while I was playing. I did a little bit of that this stream, but it was distracting me quite a bit. This is Capture Card Gaming. So unfortunately, I don't know what you're responding to with those chat messages there. Your Terra was great. You covered for the best play and didn't get punished. I'm guessing that's the Fairy Sinistcha in the previous game. How can you get baited by fake Mouseape if you get a team full of ghost types? Did you see the game that I was referring to with that? Or Hazel, I'm about to end. Robbie, did you, when I'm done catching up with chat, Robbie, did you see the game that I was referring to with that fake Mouseape talk? Okay. They led Mouseape into me, and I was terrified of the beat up into Rage Fist, but it was actually Final Gambit Ape. And the Mousehold was just super fanging and follow meing. And I got a lucky full para, but otherwise played around the ape enough that I was able to deny the Final Gambit. Yeah, that was the last game for today, and I'm tired. Oh, I had terrored my ape. Sorry, that was an important detail, yeah. I am pretty wiped out by 15 games there. I'm going to try to do this again tomorrow. I probably will have less time for it, and it also might depend on other things. Sometimes coaching Ape into Pop Bomb, yeah. Yeah, Mouseape Bleed is just kind of scary. I will try to do this tomorrow. I cannot commit to a time or a duration because I have other things to do as well that are not all super precisely scheduled right now. I don't know that I'll be able to stream for a full hour. I'm losing my my speech here. Probably won't be able to stream for 3 hours doing the full 15 games tomorrow, but it's not impossible. I'm assuming you followed Robbie based on that last chat message. Oh yeah, I see it now. Thanks for the follow. And yeah, that's day one of the Grand Challenge with the ghosts in October as is seasonally appropriate. I'll try to come back sometime tomorrow, but for now we'll end it here.